Okay, boys, we are live and in person.
Wow. I don't know about the in-person part, but we're definitely live.
Yes, indeed, alive and well.
Yes, it is the NFL draft hosted by yours truly, Alex Malchow, Zach Troy, and Jason Celeste. How we feeling, boys?
Troy?
Feeling pretty good about today. We got the big stage up there in Cleveland. 1 minute to go to the NFL draft. These kids' lives are going to be changed. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to see who gets picked.
I tell you, man, a lot of excitement. I think last year you saw there was not a single trade until pick number 13. And even there, it was just Buccaneers 49ers swap of picks 13 and 14. All Tampa traded to move up one pick was a fourth rounder. So I don't even really count that as a trade, which means the first real trade in the draft waited all the way until 23 when the Patriots decided Jordan Love was not their quarterback of the future and gave that pick away to the Chargers to move down.
So you're saying Jordan Love is not a quarterback to go with? I'm assuming you're talking about the Packers.
Yeah, I'm saying
losing Aaron Rodgers.
The pick of Jordan Love looks like it might have single-handedly destroyed the Packers franchise.
All right, so we're just gonna start it off with an entree, no appetizer. We're going right to the heavy stuff, huh?
Well, we gotta start with the big news coming out today.
Okay,
and the draft hasn't started yet. We got to talk about
big schmooze, big news. This is just NFL hype media machine. A month ago, Russell Wilson was gone for sure. Guess where Wilson will play this year? Seattle. The same thing is going to happen with Rodgers. I think it's just a ploy by Rodgers, light a fire under the butt of the Packers. Hey, guys, I'm not happy. Get me a playmaker. I think that's all it is. Maybe some incentive for the Packers to get someone for Rodgers.
I do agree with you on that sentiment that coming out the day of the draft, I think Rodgers might have some insight as to where the Packers were leaning, and he didn't like it. He's like, listen, like, enough is enough. Get me a wide receiver or I will leave you. Like, I've threatened this before, but, like, I've had enough. Like, they've been scouting cornerbacks heavily. He's like, I don't want a cornerback. Like, get me somebody to throw the damn ball to, or you can have Jordan Love throw the ball to these scrubs.
Jason, who do you think the Packers are going to go after?
My final mock draft, and I think this would be a great value, and I think it would definitely fill a position of need for the Packers. I've got him taking Zaven Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa. I love Zaven Collins fit in a 3-4 defense. I think he can play inside as a middle linebacker. I think he can also play on the edge and rush the passer. I think he just offers a lot of versatility. And the Packers inside linebacking group is absolutely abysmal. Like, they need major upgrades there. But in lieu of this Aaron Rodgers drama, I think the Packers might just try and do whatever they can to keep him around. And I think I might be circling back to the pick I had been going with for the Packers for a long time, and I'd kind of wavered from it because they weren't really looking at receivers. And I think they're going to go back and give a much harder look at Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver, playmaker. He's 5'11", 190, very quick, has good 40 times as well, can pretty much do everything, and would be a nice compliment to Devontae Adams. I think he'd fit perfect in their offense. And I think if Green Bay wants to make Aaron Rodgers happy again, that would be a big start.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're going to do something over there. Alex, you look pretty smart. You look pretty upset about this news. What are you thinking the Packer Nation's gonna do here?
So they're in the same relative position as last year, ended the first round. So this is kind of brings the dilemma. Do you reach? Do you move up for an elite wide receiver talent? Because the best of the best receivers will be gone, by then. So do you reach for a receiver there, or do you take the best available player? And I can understand. I'm defending the Jordan Love pick because Rodgers' 2019 film, he regressed mightily from 2018 and the years before. Then he came back on fire in 2020, but his 2019 film showed age, showed regression. So say what you want, it lit a fire under his butt, um, and it's good to think for the future. So we'll see what they do here. I know they've been talking about potentially moving up to get Minnesota receiver Rashad Bateman, but I don't know if he'll be there. They'll have to move up likely to get him.
I think Bateman could be a good fit for them. I think, and I don't think they'd have to move up that much. I look at probably the first spot where I really see Bateman going is 27 to Baltimore. And I think he's a very realistic possibility at 27 to Baltimore. But their Packers are at 29. Like, you move up 25, 26, give up a third or fourth rounder. It's very doable. Very doable.
They moved up last year to get Love.
Yeah.
So
what a move that was. Yeah. I don't know. That could be one of the worst draft picks in history. What do you think about that, Jason?
Yeah, and I love the fact that you also just reiterated the fact that they moved up for that pick.
To get Jordan Love, they moved up. He would have probably been there.
Yeah, you look at the people picking right behind Miami that year. So Miami had already taken Tua Tagovailoa in that draft, so they weren't drafting a quarterback. Right after them was Seattle. I think they were pretty set at the quarterback
position. Pretty set.
After that, we had Baltimore coming off Lamar Jackson's league MVP year. I don't think they were drafting.
I don't think they were thinking about Jordan Love either.
And then you had Tennessee with the pick right after that, who was fresh off a brand new contract for Ryan Tannehill. So
he's playing pretty well.
Those were the teams that the Packers moved up to jump to take a quarterback. Yeah. That I guess they felt that they were in danger of one of those QB set teams jumping, like taking their guy.
Well, I mean, all those picks are subject to change in defense of the Packers. Someone could have moved into one of those slots and picked a quarterback. And there was a lot of hype around Love at the time. And we've never seen him play, so I'm not gonna put him down if I've never even watched him play in the NFL.
That's true.
But of course I wanted to beat the Bucks, and maybe another player would have helped that. Maybe an O-lineman, maybe a wide receiver, but we'll see. They need to take wide receivers in this draft. I don't know if they'll do it in the first round. From a contract standpoint, they have to pick some wide receivers up because Adams is up soon, and then all the other receivers are on the same draft class. So they'll all be up for their fourth year next year. So looking at 2022, they'll potentially have one receiver under contract if the rest of them walk. So they need to draft some wide receivers,
Maybe pick up somebody in free agency. Have they done anything in free agency? What's the Packers? Jason, what's the inside info on Packers free agency?
They spent it all on Aaron Jones.
Wow.
Yeah. They mostly brought back guys, Yeah. They need to. Yeah, he's a baller, man. Aaron Jones. He had a great season.
Aaron Jones is a solid running back. I think maybe looking at what other running backs went for in this market, I think maybe they could have got him for a little less. But they didn't want to risk letting him hit actual free agency, and they shored up their guy. So I don't have any complaints about that move. Aaron Jones is a top 5 running back in the NFL.
Absolutely. I mean, it makes sense to you spend your money on that play. It's probably something would have appeased Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah, that's something that'll at least go a little ways to keeping Aaron happy. Spending their second round pick last year on a running back who no one had a second round grade on, though, probably did not.
I'll tell you what, it seems like the Packers have had some draft woes, especially last year.
I think I have graded as the 3 worst drafts of last year. The Packers for Jordan Love, 3rd to 4th round running back in the 2nd, and then a 6th round tight end in the 3rd. I've got the Raiders for just the atrocious pick of Henry Ruggs over CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver with their first pick, and then a 2nd to 3rd round corner with their 2nd first round pick. And then I think if you want to lump in, you've got to lump in with those other two, the Titans, who got a whopping total of 4 offensive snaps out of their first-round rookie last year and have since cut him, and he's now out of the league. So I think you have to lump them in as one of the worst drafts as well.
Yeah, you're referring to Isaiah Wilson, correct?
I am.
Yes.
You know what? Jordan Love looked like the worst pick in the draft, and for a while, I called it from the beginning. I said he's the worst pick in the first round. For a while, it looked like I was going to be right, and then Isaiah Wilson really regressed, and he's helped out Jordan Love's case for not being the worst pick of the first round last year.
Maybe the second worst pick then, Jordan
Oh,
Love.
second worst for sure, but Isaiah Wilson, hands down, no longer competition, was the worst pick of the first round.
Definition of a bust.
4 offensive snaps in his career.
That's bad.
We got some comments coming in, rolling in. Too many to keep track of, but 2 guys we'll take a shout out to. Daniel says, "Go Bugs!" Thanks, Daniel. Go Bucks. Gonna have to stay up late to see their pick. And Cole Fresh Corn, let's go. Good to hear from you, Cole.
Oh man. All right, guys. Who do you think? Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is going this first pick, but let's talk about who do you think is going to have the best draft. Who do you think is going to have the best grade there, Jason?
It's hard to tell now because you can say like teams have a shot at getting good players and then they blow it. I mean, you look at the Raiders last year with a couple picks in the first 20, and they made horrible selections with both of them. I look right now at Miami, who is living lavishly off. And I was reading this article the other day about how Laramie Tunsil fell to them in the teens, all because of the whole bong issue right before the draft. He was a guy who was a top 5 pick that Miami was the first one to take a chance on, all because he smoked some weed. So I asked the teams that passed on him, was it worth it? Because now Miami has turned Laramie Tunsil into 2 first and 2 second round picks from the Houston Texans. This last one resulted in the 3rd pick in the draft, which they then flipped for an extra first round pick and the 6th pick in the draft. So now Laramie Tunsil has turned into 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and the 6th pick in the draft this year.
I'll tell you what, that was a good deal for the Dolphins there. I mean, what a turnaround. Like he's a good player, and to trade him for that's some tremendous GM work.
All because the Miami Dolphins weren't afraid to take a guy who smoked weed before the draft.
I would say that's probably, I would say as we go on, through the years, it's going to be less and less of a deterrent for coaches, Yeah. It used to be like such a huge deal, but I would say now.
I think you got to look at the Dolphins as a prime example of why you don't. Why you don't pass on that guy. Look at what they got.
Everything else is okay with the player. The tape looks good. His metrics is 40. Why worry about that?
Mm-hmm. And
if you excluded everybody that smoked weed, you wouldn't have the NFL.
No, you wouldn't have any pro sports.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Zach Wilsons out there.
So I definitely take a look at the Dolphins and think, especially with the Bengals almost guaranteed to make the boneheaded move of passing on Penei Sewell. I look at the Dolphins sitting pretty in that 6th spot with a chance to take him. And then another pick at 18 where they could go a number of directions. I actually have Micah Parsons falling to them at 18 right now. It seems that I could see maybe New England pulling the trigger on him at 15. The Giants reportedly like him at 11, but I doubt if either Waddle or Smith is available there that they don't take one of those players. So maybe the Raiders at 17, but in my draft I've got Elijah Vera Tucker still available there, and I don't think they can pass on the top interior lineman in the draft after they just gave up their best interior lineman.
Right.
So I think the Dolphins have the potential, from the way I've got my board playing out, that they could have the best draft today.
Dolphins for the best draft. Chow, what do you think about the potential for the best draft, huh? Obviously not the Packers after their showing last year. I think they'll probably have one of the worst again.
Hey, the Packers have 10 draft picks, okay? So whatever woes they need, whatever position player they need, they're going to have a chance to grab them. And they have assets to move around.
Right.
So, but no, I don't think the Packers will have the best draft. I think the best draft goes to a team that's surging, that's trending right now. Shout out to the Dog Pound. They're going to make some moves in this draft.
Wow.
Raise some eyebrows.
Jason did not want that.
Raise some eyebrows there in the kind of the middle end of the first round. Get ready for Baker Mayfield to take the momentum of last year into 2021.
Wow. Jason, you had a big reaction after you. Let's go. Let's shoot it over to you. What do you think about that prediction from Chow?
I mean, Cleveland has a good team. I won't argue that whatsoever, but I haven't heard anything about the Browns making any noise at 26. From everything I'm hearing, they're just going to stay pat at 26 and take the best player available. So, I mean, they'll probably get a good player, but unless a top 10 pick falls to them at 26, it's hard to classify them as having the best draft.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from there. They'd probably just take a safe player, someone that's not going to turn into a superstar per se.
I've actually got your boy Jamin Davis falling to the Browns at 26.
Jamin Davis to the Browns at 26, huh?
Is it Jamin or Jamin?
I'd love to think that his parents didn't name him Jamin, so I'm going to go with Jamin for the time being. But we'll hear what Goodell has to say.
So, Goodell will probably mispronounce it.
I tell you what, there are some great names in this draft. I mean, you gotta love. The best name is Mr. Elias Philor Wap.
Wow.
This guy is a beast wide receiver. Look for him at the end of the first round. Wap coming to the NFL
I've
draft.
heard some people might trade up for him. I have him going in the top 20 on my big board.
Top Wap.
Top 20.
I mean, you look at the Raiders at pick 17, notorious for taking players that don't belong in the first round. Maybe the landing spot for Wap.
The new Las Vegas Raiders, huh? Taking them out.
Could you guys see Philor Wap doing a parody song of WAP when he makes it in the NFL?
I would love to see that music video.
I think that perhaps he'll do something like that, but he'll be such an irrelevant name that no one will ever know.
What about Whopper sponsorships?
I could see him selling a Whopper, a Burger King commercial for sure.
You know, Burger King's market isn't that high anymore. I think that whereas you look at a McDonald's or something, they'll be looking to target the top players in the draft. You could certainly see Burger King going with a marketing strategy with a 5th or 6th round pick because it's the best they can get.
Jason, do you have a guest with you that has to predict the NFL draft?
I do have a guy right here that he has some valuable insight.
Hey.
You should do one of those things where you see like the dog like hits the ball into the basket and they see who they pick. I always follow in a March Madness dog that did that. It actually ended up better than my picks.
Yeah, how's that been working out for you? Following the dog.
I think that it was pretty good picks actually. It was better than my own bracket. Guys, the Jaguars are on the clock here. What's their thinking? They're not even putting their pick in. They have let 2 minutes passed already. We all know they're taking Trevor Lawrence. What's the?
I think probably the TV advertisers talked to the Jaguars before this and said, "Look, we've got advertisements to sell. You're not allowed to make this pick too soon because we've got people who are being paid to talk that we need to let them talk."
They lined Urban Meyer's pockets a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How do you guys think Urban Meyer is going to fare with the Jaguars this year? New Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's obviously going to be. He's kind of like thinking as a franchise-changing quarterback. What do you guys think the Jaguars are going to do?
I'm interested about this Urban Meyer Trevor Lawrence fit because if you look historically at Urban Meyer's NFL quarterbacks, they have not panned out well. Dating all the way back to Utah and Alex Smith going number 1 overall. I mean, Alex Smith started off very slowly, ended up paving out a decent career for himself, but for the first pick in the draft, you could definitely consider him a bust.
Disappointing.
If you look at his Florida days with Tim Tebow, nothing there. At Ohio State, he had Braxton Miller and Cardale Jones, Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins is coming back, baby.
He's produced great college quarterbacks, but these quarterbacks have not produced at the NFL level. So I'm interested to see how he will adjust to taking on a quarterback that needs to succeed in the NFL game. Because he's not developed a quarterback to this point that's been able to do that.
It'll be interesting to see how Trevor Lawrence develops. I mean, obviously Clemson uses legs a lot, but I don't know if he's going to be fast enough or agile enough to do that in the NFL. A lot of guys are kind of dual threats in college just because they're better athletes, but then you get to the NFL and everyone's that athletic level. So, Chad, what do you think? You think Trevor Lawrence is going to make a splash in the NFL?
Oh, I think Lawrence will be pretty good. Pretty good. Look for him to make some noise for Rookie of the Year. But I like what Jason said. Urban Meyer hasn't really developed any good QBs. But one thing that could happen here, I don't know if you guys have been checking the Twitter sphere. Tim Tebow has worked out with the Jaguars tight ends coach.
I did see that.
So watch out, Tebow, Meyer, Trevor. Touchdown.
What a cool connection that would be if Tebow came back and played tight end.
I would love that. I mean, think about this for Tebow. He might as well go for it. And for Meyer, it's such a PR dream to have Tebow back in Jacksonville in any capacity. Come on, give the guy a chance. And he's good. He's built like a tight end. I'm sure he'd be good at it.
Yeah. I think I can go to the gym and find a lot of people who are built like tight ends. Doesn't mean they can play football anymore, and Tebow hasn't played football in quite some time. Couldn't even make it in baseball because he couldn't field a fly ball in the outfield. So
that's pretty hard. I'll tell you what.
Well, if you can't catch a fly ball, how are you going to catch a pass from a guy with a strong?
That's a different skill set. I think that's a different skill set.
You're looking at this the wrong way. The guy didn't play baseball since high school. Then he made it all the way to Double-A. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
And the guy's had a longer gap between those two periods than he has between the last time he's played football and now.
Yeah, but he was an elite college, football player. It's like
he was an elite college quarterback.
He still has those skills
at quarterback. When was the last time he caught a pass?
I don't know. I'm sure he can catch footballs. He's one of the best college quarterbacks of all time.
Quarterbacks don't block, Troy.
Yeah, but they can get in there. Sometimes Tebow's a big guy too. He's not like he's some small, scrawny quarterback,
Like I said, I can go to the gym and find a lot of guys who look.
Yeah, but he did not play college football for Florida and win national championships.
This is
at a different position.
Tim Tebow has the potential to be a great tight end in the NFL. Look at him running quarterback power in the SEC. He's going to run over some linebackers, make some plays.
This is a non-story and a social media stunt, just like the Mets pulled with Tebow. That's all Tebow is these days. He's a social media
stunt. He is pretty big on social media. He's always on Instagram, tweeting and stuff.
But he's a great guy. So no discredit to who he is as a person. I love him as an analyst, but he is no longer a player. He was never a player in baseball, and he's no longer a player in football. Maybe had he chosen to take a different position earlier in his career, he could have had a chance. But at this point, Tebow does not have a future in the NFL.
Just as an analyst. He is a pretty good analyst. What I'd like to see is him and Tony Romo call a game together. That would be the dream team for calling.
Yeah, that would be good. I bet I got to disagree. I think Tebow would be a great tight end. I mean, give him a chance, The kid's got heart.
Put him on the practice squad.
Troy, we have a question coming in from a viewer here. What is Trevor Lawrence's hometown?
Wonderful question, Catherine. He's from Cartersville, Georgia, just about 20 minutes outside of Atlanta.
20 minutes outside of Atlanta, huh? I didn't even know that. He was born in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Wow.
6'6", 220 pounds.
Yeah, sounds like a great tight end.
I'm sure that's what Urban has in mind, like kind of positional versatility between Lawrence and Tebow, alternating between quarterback and tight end.
That would be really cool. I hope he does that.
Think about Tebow as a special teamer. He would be a beast.
He'd
Tebow
make every
running down
tackle
on kickoff? Come on, man. I mean,
He doesn't have the speed.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, Tebow's only 6'3". He might not be tall enough to play tight end.
It's not about height. It's about heart.
Yeah, Tebow was never lacking in the heart department.
Maybe they could put him at fullback.
Throwing ability.
You can't measure the greatness of Tebow. Okay, your scale, your measuring stick has nothing on it. Tebow's Heisman heart.
Heisman Hart. I like that. We got the Jaguars pick is in.
Oh boy.
Who do we got? Oh, Trevor Lawrence was at minus 100,000 to be the first pick in the draft.
That's pretty bad odds.
Yes, sir. So you had to put down $100,000 to win $1 on Trevor Lawrence going first.
Not worth it.
It's kind of boring when the first pick is always so set. Don't you think so? Like I wish there was a little more mystery to it.
Yeah.
Me too. That'd be nice.
Like, when do you think probably the first 3 picks are all set, I would say at this point. You think pick 4 is a mystery, Jason?
Troy, I disagree with you. I don't think the third pick is set.
So who do you have San Francisco taking?
It's incredible that San Francisco would trade 2 first-round picks, so 3 firsts. They swapped a 12 for 3 and then gave up 2 additional firsts and a third-round pick for a guy doesn't seem like they were ever set on taking. And I think they traded that for Mac Jones. We'll get back to it in a second. We'll let Goodell speak real quick.
Good idea.
I wonder why Trevor didn't go to the draft.
Am I ahead of you guys? What are you seeing?
I'm seeing Trevor Lawrence hug his family.
Me too. Perfect.
I'm not quite at the hugging part. He's standing up just now for me.
Elite intangibles. You know who else had elite intangibles? Tim Tebow. You know who wasn't accurate?
Tim Tebow. Roger, I see the connection here. You thinking Trevor Lawrence ends up like a Tim Tebow? He's playing baseball in 5 years.
Yeah, I think Tebow comes in as a tight end, finishes the year starting quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
It is interesting that I bet a friend 5 years ago now that Deshaun Watson, he said that 5 years from now, Deshaun Watson would not be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And 4 years in, I thought, man, this guy's going to owe me money. Here we are.
Look at him. He was right.
He might hit the nail on the head there.
We should have had him on for the show. He could have told us everything. What do you guys think of the Jets trade of Sam Darnold to the Panthers? You think who won that trade?
The Jets. I mean, Sam Darnold's been one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL since he got into the league, and they got a 2nd, 4th, and a 6th rounder for him.
Man, but the Panthers now are Team Darnold. They traded away Bridgewater now. Like, they're all in on Darnold, it seems like.
Bridgewater ended up on the Broncos, right?
That's right. For a 6th round pick.
That's cheap.
It's like a steal for the
Steelers should have taken that.
Yeah, that tells me 2 things about Denver. Number 1, Drew Lock's days are over because Teddy Bridgewater right now is better than Drew Lock. And number 2, the fact that they only gave up a 6th round pick for him, and they're only paying $3 million of a salary. The Panthers are eating up the rest. They're still going to take a quarterback at number 9.
Really? You think so?
Check that. They will take a quarterback. Not positive on this one. Trades are hard to predict. But if I had to guess, look out at number 7. Denver swapping with Detroit. Detroit obviously wanted to move up for Jamar Chase at number 4, wanted to jump the Bengals, which tells me with a team like Detroit and as many needs as they have, that if they were going to give up additional draft picks, they viewed Jamar Chase significantly ahead of anyone else they could have taken. So it tells me they're not really extremely sold on anyone else at number 7. So maybe they move down to number 9. I think Denver's going to want to jump Carolina at 8, as Carolina is another team that's been in trade talks with a lot of teams. So I think at 9, Denver's got to be a little bit worried of a team jumping them at 8, possibly the Chicago Bears, possibly New England. So I think Denver trades up to 7 and takes Justin Fields. But once again, trades are hard to predict. I just see that as making too much sense for both teams.
But why take 3 quarterbacks like that then? You know what I mean? Like they're going to have –
Well, I believe that they've given up on Drew Lock.
So they're just going to trade him, like cut him? What do you think is going to happen with Drew Lock?
I think it's the draft. Like they'll look for a possibility, what they can get for him. But if not, I think they'll cut him. He hasn't proven anything in the league. He was a second-round pick. They gave him 2 years to show him what he had, and it wasn't much. So it's not like the Jets moving on from Darnold, where they took the 3rd pick in the draft. Like
right.
That's a second-round pick, and teams who take quarterbacks in the 2nd round these days, it's not the same commitment it used to be.
More of like almost backup role for a lot of teams, you know?
Yeah, the 2nd round has honestly turned into more of a developmental role. Like you take them, you start them off as backups, and you see if they have what it takes to be a starter. You're not planning on your franchise quarterback being in the 2nd round.
Yeah. You think Drew Lock probably ended up being a backup? I mean, he's not that horrible.
Yeah, I think Drew Lock has a career as a backup in the NFL. I think he can be a solid backup quarterback, but I don't know. Maybe it has only been 2 years. Some guys develop late, but I haven't seen anything from him that tells me he'll ever be a starting quarterback.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Jason. I mean, Broncos fans have been waiting on Locke, and he's kind of flashed this potential, but injuries. I mean, the best ability in the NFL is availability from the quarterback. If you're always hurt and you're not playing that great, it's time to move on after 2 years. Especially if this year the draft class of QBs is loaded. So, like you said, I could see them moving up, taking one of these core quarterbacks in the draft, and they can sit behind Bridgewater, learn a little bit, and this is probably the career path of Bridgewater now. He's going to be like one of these guys that bounces around a lot, sort of like a Tyrod Taylor mold.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor, or even like Tannehill, Alex Smith, something like that. Bridgewater probably doesn't have that much left, in the league, I would say. He's getting older. What is he up?
He's still around 30, I believe.
But still, I mean, most quarterbacks don't pay past 30. Obviously Tom Brady is an anomaly.
Teddy Bridgewater is only 28.
Oh, he's younger than I thought.
Yeah, so
he five more years.
Play left.
Yeah.
Play 20 more years. Look at the quarterbacks these days.
The Jets pick is in. Let's see.
Oh boy, this pick is interesting.
I think we're all on the same page here that it's going to be Zach Wilson.
I think, either Zach Wilson or WAP for sure.
Look for Travis Boron here, a lineman out of LSU.
What is this new thing they're doing with like a fan in a big armchair?
I don't know.
What do you guys think of the presentation this year? It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like a lot classier than Goodell's basement. That's for sure.
Speaking of Goodell, here comes
they are in Cleveland, so it can't be that nice.
Yeah,
I'm excited that we got like our first half an hour of the draft out of the way, And after Goodell finally talks this guy in the armchair and gets his pick in, the draft begins with San Francisco.
Yeah. So we got Zach Wilson, official pick.
Hey! You're spoiler alert.
We can't help that your internet's way behind, Matt Chow.
You're
Zach
about
Wilson
5
just got picked.
seconds. You're about 5 seconds in front of me.
All right, so yeah, you guys are about 10 seconds ahead of me. So,
well, I'll let you guys know what happens in real time.
No, just be cool with when you see the pick, just hold off.
All right, from now on, because obviously we knew.
All right, yeah, we knew the first two picks, but here's where we get started.
Yeah,
Zach Wilson. What do you got? I like how Goodell tweeted out this year that he was accepting hugs. Do you think he was lonely last year without any hugs in his basement?
I think he was very lonely.
Yeah.
I think he was lonely and drunk. I tell you what, one of my best memories of lockdown last year and like with all this uncertainty going on was watching the NFL draft and betting on almost every single pick. It was so much fun.
That makes us so much more excited.
Yeah. I wish I had invested some time and figured out how to do it this year. It would have been a lot of fun, but because
they don't have it in the normal sports books. I checked my sport book and they didn't have draft betting.
You got to dig a little bit for it.
Yeah, go to Bovada. They've got draft betting on there.
That sounds illegal.
Yeah, this is I've got my first bet. I didn't even bother betting on 1 and 2 because the odds were so ridiculous. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence was at minus 100,000 to be the first pick. Zach Wilson was at minus 10,000 to be the second pick. But now
what are the odds for San Francisco?
The odds have shifted crazily over the last day. Last night, the odds were Mac Jones minus 275. The odds today, Trey Lance minus 150.
Wow. Trey Lance. I like that pick. I'll tell you what, out of the 3 quarterbacks, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, and Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance is my favorite. Kid's got heart.
I think the 49ers are making a mistake right now that Justin Fields should be this pick. No doubt in my mind. Honestly, I can see you making the argument for Zach Wilson to the Jets at number 2. I would have taken Justin Fields number 2.
Really? Justin Fields over Zach Wilson and Trey Lance?
Yeah, I know he had a bad game against Northwestern. He threw a couple interceptions against Indiana as well. But look at his tape over the last 2 years. Go back to high school. This guy has just been elite at every level. He's got elite arm talent. He's got elite athleticism.
But here's something you brought up, Jason. Look at Ohio State quarterbacks over the past years. None of them have made it.
Look at Urban Meyer coach quarterbacks over the last years. This is a Ryan Day coach.
Who is the last Ohio State quarterback that has made it in the NFL?
Who's the last quarterback?
Name one.
Haskins, maybe?
Ryan Day.
If you can qualify Haskins.
Look, I don't like to compare schools because if a coach changes, everything changes.
Those
failed quarterbacks were under Urban Meyer and Jim Tressel. This is a Ryan Day coach quarterback.
Ryan Day quarterback.
And he is nothing like the quarterbacks before him at Ohio State.
So you believe in Ryan Day then?
I believe in Ryan Day. I believe in Ryan Day as an offensive mind, at least.
We got an interesting graphic up here for the Jets and a question about Zach Wilson. The first round QB draft history for the Jets: Zach Wilson, obviously today, Sam Darnold in 2018, Mark Sanchez in 2009, and Chad Pennington in 2000. Not a great lineup there. What do you guys think? How long is Zach Wilson going to make it? Are the Jets going to give him a chance, or is he going to be, an elite NFL quarterback?
Barring Mac Jones being drafted in the top 10, I think out of any of the top 10 quarterbacks, Zach Wilson has the biggest bust potential.
I would agree. Yeah.
He looks like he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Pretty boy, rich family. He doesn't need this shit. When there's SEC linebackers flying down, trying to put their helmet through his chest, let's see how he reacts.
I mean, even BYU's toughest competition this year was Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina beat them, and Zach Wilson played poorly.
Right. Exactly. I mean, BYU isn't even that big of a program.
Yeah, now Coastal Carolina had a solid team this year. They were a very good Group of 5 program. But still, if you put Coastal Carolina on the field with an Alabama or an Ohio State or a Clemson, they would have lost by 30 points. And
Easily.
Zach Wilson struggled against that team. Like, what would he have looked like against? Because the Alabamas and the Clemsons and the Ohio States, these are the guys that he's going to be going up against in the NFL. Those are the teams putting guys into the NFL. He definitely, his arm talent is very impressive. He sort of has Patrick Mahomes like qualities, and his ability to throw from different arm slots out of the pocket. So he definitely has potential, but can he get developed by
the Jets?
you know?
One of the most sorry organizations in the NFL.
Yeah, if like I said, if I were the Jets, I think Justin Fields was the pick. But
So who do you think goes 3 here? I mean, it could be anyone.
It's filtered between Justin Fields, Mac Jones, and Trey Lance ever since the 49ers moved up for this pick, which is very strange because when you give up that much and move up that high for a pick, it's almost always like a consensus. This is the guy they moved up for. But while some reports are coming out that originally the 49ers moved up with the certainty that that pick was for Mac Jones, if they were that certain, there's no way they would have scouted Justin Fields and Trey Lance the way they did. And from what I'm hearing in their scouting of Trey Lance, they may have realized that, hey, this guy is better than the guy that we traded up to get.
Right. Well, the pick is in, guys. Hate to be a spoiler for you. Let's take a pick right now. Who you guys got?
Trey Lance.
Mac Jones, baby. Mac
Jones. I'm going with Chow on this one. I'm going to take Mac Jones as well.
Big Mac.
I mean, you know what I do like about Mac Jones is that he looks just like Tom Brady when he was drafted. You know, he's got like that no form body. He looks like he's like a middle schooler.
Yeah.
He does kind of look like a loser.
And I mean, to bring it back to BYU not being a big program, he played for the best program in the country. You know, under Nick Saban, he's got the pro style quarterback. I think Mac Jones is an underrated.
Here's my problem with that. In the last 2 years, Mac Jones has thrown to 4 wide receivers who will all be selected within the top 15 picks in the NFL draft. So how much of that was Mac Jones and how much of it was he literally had 4, not 1 or 2, he had 4 of the best receivers in college football that he could just pick and choose, oh, hey, which guy is wide open on this play? Because every single play, one of them was wide open. He didn't have to make tough throws.
Right. He had everything. He has the great old line, too, to protect him the whole time, a running back to hand it off, you know. So that's something you got to discern with these guys. Oh, wow. I'll let you guys see this. You guys going to be pissed.
Oh.
Hold on.
Jason called it.
Wow.
Trey Lance above Mac Jones, the number 3 pick. An FBS player. When is the last time that has happened? In top 3, an FBS player.
Carson Wentz.
Where did Wentz go? Like number 6? Am I making that up?
Carson Wentz went number 2.
Ah, that's right.
I sometimes forget Carson Wentz went to North Dakota. I would call Carson Wentz a little bit of a bust. I know if Creech was here, he'd have an aneurysm. But what do you guys think?
I think that once you kind of like Aaron Rodgers, the Eagles never gave him anyone to throw to. And Carson Wentz still played well until last year when his O-line broke down with injuries, and then he fell apart.
Yeah.
I think that I think you're going to be surprised with how good Carson Wentz looks in Indianapolis this year.
That would be fun to see. I mean, it's quite a shakeup this year. I feel like more than ever, like major QBs have been moved around, and I think it's going to be a fun NFL season.
Oh yeah, this has definitely been one of the most interesting quarterback carousels to watch in recent history.
Yeah. So Trey Lance, what do you guys think of this pick? Think it's a good fit in San Francisco? How's he going to fare? 6'3", 224.
I like Trey Lance. I think that like I said, I think Justin Fields was the best pick, but I definitely think Trey Lance was a better pick than Mac Jones would have been. I see Freshcorn commenting that if Atlanta was smart, they would take Fields. And I can't say I disagree with Freshcorn, but
now this is coming from two people from Ohio, mind you, our 3 listeners out there.
However, Atlanta thinks Fields has maturity issues and is not even considering him with this pick.
Wow. Maturity issues. Where do they come up with that?
I think when you listen to Justin Fields speak, there's a certain bit of arrogance about him, and I think perhaps that might be what they're talking about. But
so something like they heard in interviews, maybe.
No, I think they've talked to him directly, and that's
what I mean. Like when they interview him.
Oh yes, that's what I mean. I don't think that Justin Fields is the kind of guy who's going to cause problems off the field for you or anything. I just think that he might have the type of attitude they maybe aren't looking for, which I mean,
that's a big fit a lot of the times. You know?
I mean, I don't see a problem with that. Like, I mean, you'd like him to be a little more humble until he proves himself in the NFL level, but I mean,
come on, NFL QBs are cocky.
He's like, he's the most. He should not. In any other draft, Justin Fields would not be here at number 4 anyways. So, are you really going to let his arrogant attitude get in the way of you getting your quarterback of the future? And the difference between the Falcons selecting a Justin Fields now with Matt Ryan on the roster and the Packers selecting a Jordan Love. Number 1, Justin Fields is head and shoulders above Jordan. Justin Fields right now is head and shoulders above where Jordan Love will ever hope to be in the NFL. And number 2, the Falcons aren't competing for a Super Bowl next year. So they don't no guy that they take right here is going to help them win a Super Bowl ring next year.
So you see
why not go for the rebuild?
You see Kyle Pitts going here with the 4th pick.
I think Kyle Pitt, there was interest in the Falcons with Trey Lance, and potentially if the 49ers went Mac Jones, that the Falcons would take Trey Lance at number 4. But with the 49ers making the better pick in Trey Lance, it's a 100% chance to lock in Kyle Pitts.
100%.
100%.
What are the odds
I hope
on
you're
that?
right. Minus 400.
Minus 400, not bad.
Minus 400, and I've got Kyle Pitts at minus 400.
I just took it, so I got it working. I found my old password, so
very nice.
I'm back in the game, baby.
Make this draft exciting. What do you guys think of Trey Lance's suit? This is nice. You get the black accents on it, with the blue. It looks pretty sharp.
Very fashionable. That's North Dakota fashion, if I've ever seen it.
Where is he from? Jason, this is probably a question for you. What is his hometown?
Trey Lance is from, I'm not positive on the hometown, but he is from Minnesota.
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 Let's
Over country.
Tim Couch. Wow.
How did
he's from Minnesota.
Boy, Minnesota Gophers missed out on an in-state product there, didn't they?
Yeah, I tell you what.
And the interesting thing is Minnesota did offer him a scholarship, but not to play quarterback.
To play what?
They were looking at him as an athlete to probably play safety, as were honestly a lot of Power 5 programs. So Trey Lance was not this slouch that just like boomed once he got there. Like he was a legitimate Power 5 prospect, but
not a quarterback.
Teams did not see him as a quarterback, and he wanted to play quarterback.
Hey, clearly made the right choice.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Quarterback's a lot more fun. Falcons pick is in.
Okay, here we go. Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. That is Mel Kiper's number 1 best player left. So
yeah,
we know how much Jason loves Mel Kiper. Jason, is that a Chad Ochocinco jersey?
It's a T. Higgins jersey.
I'm surprised they didn't retire Ochocinco's number.
They should have.
Yeah.
So T. Higgins, interestingly, actually asked Chad Ochocinco for permission to wear this jersey before he ever put it on.
That's pretty cool. It's going to be
Ocho
One of the
should have
reasons
said
why I
no.
didn't switch numbers when they made this new rule change.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting to see a new rule change. I saw Fournette was the first guy to actually change his number.
NFL is trying to be fun now.
I love it.
I think they see the wave that they
Yeah.
need to get away from this like military esque thing. So
Yeah, you notice like they're using like their graphics are like spray paint, like it's like a
Mm.
graffiti or something. I'm trying to get that younger audience back into it.
yeah,
Here
I
it
guess
is.
I'm gonna have to step away for a few minutes. Okay, you take over for me
All right, sounds
Okay.
good. When are we bringing Ernest on?
soon,
He's
soon,
supposed
very
to.
soon.
He's supposed to join. We sent him the link, but
Oh, you sent him the link?
oh wow! Did you guys see the pick yet?
Hold on.
Kyle Pitts. Good call there, Jason. Masha just made some money.
Hey, Papa.
Sir.
Oh, with Rogers.
What do you like about Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, I think it's just.
I mean,
I don't think it's.
what is there not to like
Way
about
back.
Kyle Pitts, I guess is the better question.
I mean,
He
Yeah.
can play. He can play anywhere on the offense. He can
Until
be a
I
traditional inline tight end. He can play in the slot. He can be your X
They
receiver.
were saying like Russell Wilson.
He's a
was
mismatch
strong. I
wherever
think
you
it's
put
just-
him.
I wouldn't
And-
worry about it too much.
I think many scouts have created it this way, and I'm in agreement with this. Coming out of college, he is the greatest tight end prospect
Yeah, it was
ever.
like one guy's tweet.
Ever.
You know, how this
Ever.
Better than Gronk. Better than
Gronk was the
Tony
second round pick.
Gonzalez.
And it could be a
So
way that
Gronk had
Rodgers
first round
just
talent,
tends
but
to,
moved to the second round because of injury
send a
concerns.
message that's
Right.
Tony Gonzalez was
from
a
him, but not
basketball
really
player.
from him. You know,
that turned into a
the
football
Tigers
player.
okay, baller.
Like I
think
said,
it's something like that. Like I think.
So the
Rodgers-
best. So you're saying he's the best
Rodgers
college
has
tight end ever to come out.
yeah. So
I
I'm
know
saying
that's
coming
really
into the draft,
21.
he is the highest potential based on his college
I
traits
wouldn't worry about it too much.
of any tight end ever in NFL history.
Do you think he'll live up to that potential and be one of the best tight ends of all time? You know, up there with those names we've mentioned.
You know, that's a tough thing to say because if you look at recent tight end history of guys going in the top 10, you look at TJ Hawkinson, who's been solid but not spectacular. You look at OJ Howard, who you can say the same about. Tight ends rarely go in the top 10, and for good reason. They're just not good value in the top 10. And
Who's
in the past, the tight ends who have gone in the top 10 have done nothing to dispel that notion.
Right.
So I'm curious to see if Kyle Pitts can buck that trend and be the first top 10 pick at tight end to
I'm watching.
prove that he was worth a top 10 pick.
I'll probably go to bed pretty soon. Though.
But-
It's
Right.
getting a bit late now.
I think he's
but
got
I'm
all the
hap- I'm
talent
happy
to
to
be able
chat
to
about
do
it
that. I think
tomorrow
he
morning.
has more
Um,
talent than those guys I just mentioned.
We'll do. I'd love to talk about the draft.
I would agree. Like you said, he's just so versatile. Like
All right,
I
I'll
mean,
call you
he
then.
can play. Like they just showed the graphic where
All right, bye-bye.
he's had receptions at the slot. He's had some receptions at the wideout and the tight end position. I mean, how do you not take someone that versatile?
Yeah.
Plus, he's got Matt Ryan to throw to him, so that's going to be a nice, aspect right away. He's got one of the
Now-
better NFL quarterbacks.
Now, one thing I will kind of rag on the Falcons for here is they have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And don't get me wrong, there was absolutely nobody that they should have even considered taking on the defensive side of the ball at pick 4. But they had a lot of people calling in interested in that 4th pick. Miami was looking to move back up because they want Kyle Pitts. Dallas wanted Kyle Pitts at 10. I'm sure there were some Denver was talking to him about moving up for a quarterback. Detroit, obviously, I just mentioned yesterday, was trying to move up ahead of the Bengals for Jamar Chase. They could have gotten moved down a little bit, gotten a couple more picks, significantly valuable picks, and addressed the biggest need on their team, which is every single spot on their defense is a need. I think that, in my opinion, that could have been better used to leverage and transition into multiple defensive picks. But apparently Atlanta felt that Kyle Pitts was just too talented to pass up. And, maybe they're right. Kyle Pitts was definitely the best player on the board. So
Yeah, I mean, he's such a fun, dynamic, exciting player. How do you not take him there? Even if you could have gotten a lot more, it's hard to pass up that kind of offensive talent.
We got a question from Cowboy Rose. Wonder who that could be. Just kidding, Kyle. I know it's you.
I feel like that's 24 picks from now.
Look for them to pick up Philor Wap and
maybe another. I'm thinking they might take another quarterback here.
Yeah, Kyle Trask maybe.
Yeah, I could see them taking Kyle Trask. What's the real question on the board? Who are the Bengals gonna take here, Jason? What career are they gonna ruin next?
It's funny because they're gonna ruin 2 careers. They're gonna ruin the career of Joe Burrow, who has
obviously
pretty looking scar on his leg from the fact that they did not protect him last year. And they're going to ruin one of the highest paid running backs in the NFL, Joe Mixon, who only played 6 games last year after getting that contract in the sum of 8 figures per year because he did not get any blocking last year either. So he only played 6 games. And instead of taking, in my opinion, the best player available at your biggest position of need, who would help out your 2 best players on the team, they're going to take a wide receiver. So, there you go. That's why losing teams lose.
Well, I sure do hope, as an AFC North, Steelers fan, I sure do hope they take a wide receiver here, and then they probably will lead the league in sacks given up.
Oh yeah, TJ Watt will have 2 more field days next year.
What does that say?
I don't know. I can't
quarterback.
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. It's from Newsweek.
Is that a legit report?
From Newsweek, it's pretty legit.
We need Adam Scheffner on the phone. Jason, call him up.
Oh my God.
So the Broncos probably aren't going to take a quarterback then, Jason.
If they've got Aaron Rodgers, they will not.
Dude, what the heck? I hope it's not true. Oh man.
There goes Green Bay season.
So I am seeing. All right, so I am seeing from NBC Sports right now that the Broncos and Packers are currently negotiating a potential Aaron Rodgers trade. And this was from 30 minutes ago. I'm seeing nothing definite at the moment, but NBC Sports 30 minutes ago did post an article that the Broncos and Packers are working on a deal.
You think they'll include any kind of picks in that? Well, I mean, they'd have to, right?
I mean, you'd start at pick number 9, at least another first rounder. They might not get as much as you would think because Aaron Rodgers is 37 years old at this point.
Right.
So Denver's really trading for maybe 2 or 3 years of Aaron Rodgers. But at least number 9 this year and their first next year.
Well, that's going to be interesting. Coming up soon, we're on pick 5 now. The Bengals pick is in. By pick 9, we could just change up the NFL completely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this changes the whole board.
Yeah, I mean that's just going to scramble everything.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing's been confirmed yet. It's just rumors.
Yeah. So my thing is, unless this is already a done deal, which seems like it would have happened pretty quickly, this has to be a done deal by pick 9 for pick 9 to be included.
Right, for it to work.
Yeah.
Well, you know they scramble on draft days, man. That's why they have those war rooms.
Now Denver realistically could trade for Aaron Rodgers and then include future first-round picks. However, those future first-round picks become a lot less valuable than the number 9 pick this year, because Denver's not going to be picking anywhere close to number 9 with Aaron Rodgers.
Right. That would be a bad trade for the Packers if they don't get that number 9 pick this year.
Bro.
Pick is in. The Bengals. Who we got here?
Jamar Chase, unfortunately.
Yep.
So stupid if they do that.
Oh, hey, very stupid. Very stupid.
He looks like a Bengals player.
Yeah.
Did you guys get it?
Yeah, I've had it for like three minutes.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I just heard it. Yeah, it's an advantage for you,
I think
Troy.
you're right on time with me now, Alex.
It is a big advantage for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
see him.
Jamar Chase, what an athlete, but I don't know, man. I think that's a
And if
bad
you
pick.
don't have needs on the O line, he's a great pick. You know,
Right. If you had your line set, why not give Burrow a target like that?
Yeah,
I mean, it is cool to be playing again together.
yeah. I think he'll be spending more time with Brandon Allen. Absolutely pathetic job by the front office of the Bengals once again, proving that they have no business running an NFL franchise.
Are we surprised?
No. Like I said, I said proving once again, meaning that I would be surprised if they did something smart for once.
What are the vibes for the Bengals in Cincinnati? Like, do people actually even still watch them? Are they kind of just worn down by them?
No, the fans, the Cincinnati Bengals fan base is one of the dumbest fan bases in the NFL.
So they're saying they're going to be excited about this.
They believe that Jamar Chase was the right pick at number 5 this year. Just like they said all last year after we waited till the 6th round to address the O-line and didn't get a single starter in free agency, that our O-line was going to be just fine, because that's what our front office told our fan base, is that they believed in our O-line last year. And so our fan base all offseason said, oh, the O-line's going to be fine. They weren't. And the O-line's not going to be fine this year.
The game is won in the trenches.
I'll tell you,
absolutely. But so, like I said, the Bengals fans are thrilled with this pick because they are one of the dumbest fan bases in the NFL, which is good for ownership because the fan base isn't able to realize how dumb our ownership group is.
Jason, do you think that Jamar Chase is going to wear number 1 since he can now, and he'll just use his draft jersey? Like, he'll just wear that one.
Who cares?
Oh man, I really hope we don't have any Bengals fans listening out there.
Oh, I hope we do. Like,
I have a comment from Kyle Rose here. Bengals don't even have indoor facilities for practice.
Is that true?
Indeed, it is. They practice outdoors.
Actually, I don't think the Steelers have an indoor facility either. Oh no, they do. They do. Never mind.
Sure they do.
Yeah,
they do.
Pretty much every
They're
other
a legit NFL team, you know.
Yeah, every other NFL team has one.
They do share with the Pitt Panthers, though. Why don't the Bengals have an indoor practice? Is it some like they think they're tough because they don't have to practice indoors or something?
No, we just have one of the cheapest owners in the NFL. Mike Brown. An indoor practice facility costs too much money for Mike Brown.
You know, like some high schools have that. Like I know a few high schools that have indoor practice facilities.
Probably every D1.
Oh, wow. The Dolphins pick is already in.
Hey.
Man, I'm curious on this one. So originally I thought it was going to be Devontae Smith. However, I've heard recently that they are moving off of Devontae Smith. This is down to Jalen Waddle versus Penei Sewell.
Really? I think they should take Penei Sewell here. They need some help.
Yeah,
I agree that Penei Sewell is the correct selection for the Dolphins right here, just as he was the correct selection for the Bengals.
Would have been a great selection for the Bengals.
Would have been literally everything fell in place for the Bengals, that the elite tackle was going to fall to them at 5.
Do you think Burrow influenced this pick at all? Like he's like, you come get my board, Jamar Chase?
Yeah, I think so. I think the connection between Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and the fact that Joe Burrow told the front office that's who he wanted them to take, helped lead to this pick. They listened to a 23-year-old with 2 NFL wins under his belt and let him
torn ACL.
Yep.
Classic Bengals.
You see, instead of looking at the 23-year-old scar, they listened to the 23-year-old's words, and they were like, you know what? You have 2 NFL wins. You probably know how to run an organization.
Let's get a wide receiver, even though we can't block for you.
Yep. But I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle right here.
Jalen Waddle.
Really? Interesting.
Chow, who do you got? Jalen Waddle?
I got J.C. Horn coming in early.
J.C. Horn coming in early for the Finns. I think that the Finns.
Did you guys know he's Joe Horn's son? I just found that out the other day. That's pretty cool.
No, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Whether it's Penei Sewell or Jalen Waddle, it's down to those two guys, and a 100% guarantee that it's an offensive player.
Wow, that's a big guarantee, Jason.
There's no defensive player on the board at number 6.
They're up there. They can take them.
They'd be bad picks.
What? We're talking about the Dolphins here.
Yeah, the Dolphins went 10-6 last year, Troy.
Yeah, they're coming back a little bit.
I can't believe the Bengals took Jamar Chase. This is a classic NFL team going for the splash, going for the sexy pick instead of getting to where it matters, which is the big guys in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, really, the first round should be pretty much all big guys and quarterbacks.
I think it should be pretty much interior linemen, and everything else should come in the 7th round.
Number 1 pick, guard or center, probably. Combo guard center.
Yeah. 1 through 20, likely.
Easily. Oh.
Did you guys see the pick yet? Easy.
Hold on. I'm going Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, good choice.
Okay. Wow. Good. Well said, Jason. Well said.
Jason, you're 4 for 4.
6 for 6.
No, 6 for 6. Excuse me.
Come on, man. Give me credit.
6 for 6.
Good for him.
I think that's still a pretty good pick for the Dolphins. I mean, obviously their O-line's not as horrible as the Bengals, and you're giving to another target. And
you have to consider with the Dolphins, they have pick number 18 as well. So they have another chance to take an offensive lineman at 18.
Easily, there's a few good tackles in this draft.
The Dolphins, unlike the Bengals, they addressed the first round of their draft last year. Mm-hmm. They had 3 rookies starting on that line last year for them. One of them in the first round, and Austin Jackson at left tackle. They had one that they took early in the second round, and Robert Hunt at right tackle. And then they had a guard that they found solid value in, and Solomon Kinley in the 4th, that as a rookie was already in the starting lineup. So they've got some pieces there that I think that they feel they can develop, where as a team like the Bengals, they have nothing to develop.
Right. They just have trash.
Yep.
Trash that's outside blowing in the wind because they can't even have inside facilities.
We got the Lions pick is in already. Jason, who do you like here?
Well, the fact that they brought it in that quick tells me they didn't think Penei Sewell would be here, and they took Penei Sewell.
Penei Sewell, yeah. How do you pass up a guy like that?
Okay, we got a good bet here, guys. Number 10 pick in the draft to be a cornerback. Yes, it's a cornerback minus 250. No, it's not a cornerback plus 180.
Take your minus 250.
I'd say no.
So that would be Dallas then, right?
Dallas will be taking Patrick Surtain or J.C. Horn. My money's on Surtain, but it will be one of those two guys.
All right.
Come on, Macho. Just go with the no. It's more fun.
I'm going to go with the no because I did the 2 minus 400, and I won it, and it wasn't that much fun.
Yeah, because it's the easy pick.
Yeah.
$5, 9.5, 180. Well, where you see him fitting in the slot for?
Yeah, he's going to be their slot receiver. So you've got Will Fuller as your X receiver. You've got Devontae Parker as your Z receiver, and then you're going to put Jalen Waddle in the slot.
Be interesting to see if they, run any end arounds or things like that with him.
Yeah, no, I don't think this was a good pick by the Dolphins. I think if you're going to go receiver here, Devontae Smith was better at Alabama. Like you don't think Nick Saban knows? It was the same problem I had last year when the Raiders took Henry Ruggs over Jerry Jeudy. At what point in his college career was Henry Ruggs the number 1 option? He was always the secondary option to Jerry Jeudy, and you don't think Nick Saban recognizes NFL talent?
He clearly does
better than anyone. And Jeudy had a good rookie season, and Henry Ruggs stunk.
We are
So-
now joined by. Wait, hold on.
Oh, we got a
Anthony
new guest
Cernas.
coming in.
I think this should have been Devontae Smith. He was the better receiver at Alabama. He is a more accomplished, polished wide receiver. It's another stupid pick because a team saw a 40 time and they got all excited about it.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Cernus, welcome.
How you doing, buddy?
Well,
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Is that an
Bro-
Urlacher jersey?
Urlacher, that's the classic.
Yeah, come on, man. These are the good old days. Now, the Bears, they can't get fancy, all right? Don't try to go through their algorithms and the thingamithings and trying to out coach themselves. Don't get fancy. If a Wusu is there, you take him. If not, you go O-line.
I think they're going to take Kyle Trask, because that's what I'm thinking.
I
I
disagree.
know, those are the rumors. I don't think so.
The Bears do like Trask, but I can't see them going before the second round, you know.
Worst
I think
things have happened.
I think Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma State's a solid pick at 20 for the Bears.
I think that's what they're going to take.
Sir,
All
how
arrows
you-
are going to Jenkins, Celeste.
They need a right tackle, and he's the best right tackle in this draft.
Yeah, but I think, you know, they need O-line. Don't try to get fancy and trade up and you know, so we're not – this cannot be our last first-round pick of this decade. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. That being said, I'm a little surprised that the Lions did not trade out of pick 7. I would be shocked if the Panthers don't trade out of pick 8.
Really?
And I look at the Bears as one of those teams that we could be seeing on the clock next.
On the clock next.
Wow.
Trading up for Justin Fields.
I mean, if you trade up for I can't see anyone trading up for Mac Jones other than the 49ers, who even they realized the error in their ways by the end and took Trey Lance.
I like the Trey Lance pick.
Me too. He's my favorite quarterback in this draft.
I think he can work in the 49ers system too, you know? Where what, like 60% of their throws are under 3 yards or something?
Yeah.
He's got to be smart, be athletic, and get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Come on, Celeste.
That's what Trey Lance is for. He's built for that.
Yeah, right? I'm on board. I like the pick.
if
I
Garoppolo
like
could
it.
do it, Trey Lance can do it.
Yeah, I like Trey Lance as the 3rd pick in most drafts, but in this draft, Justin Fields was on the board.
Wow, Jason, 7 for 7.
Hey, Troy, you're ruining it for me. I'm 10 seconds behind, man.
And I gave you 10 seconds. Penne sold to the
You did not give me 10.
Lions.
You know what, Troy? I'll tell you when you can say the picks from now on.
You don't run this show, Celeste.
I should have submitted this on like one of those. I should have submitted this on one of those mock draft boards where you can win money.
Yeah, you'd be hitting big.
Are you 7 for 7, Celeste?
He
So
is. He's 7 for 7.
Pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, very impressive.
I would have been like 2 for 3 out of the first 3 picks.
I like this
Yeah,
Lions
well,
fan
I
here.
think the Bears trading up to get Justin Fields, so that's long gone.
What's the state of a mind of a Bears fan right now going into the season with Andy Dalton, sir?
It's not good. It's not good. Dean, if totally
Red
honest,
Rocket.
it's really tough to let me give you the timeline of everything. So the Bears make the playoffs, not deserving make the playoffs, get ousted by the Saints easily. And then so the front office comes out and says, okay, our priority this offseason is going to be quarterback. And people are like, wow, okay. For the Bears to come out and make like a direct statement like that is very unusual. So, okay, quarterback's our priority. And then the Deshaun Watson rumors start circulating. Okay, this is a little interesting. And then the Russell Wilson rumors start circulating. Okay, now things are getting really interesting. And then they sign Andy Dalton. And,
All right. So
and nothing against Andy Dalton, but to have Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson, like inklings of coming to Chicago, and then to end up with Andy Dalton, that's a tough pill to swallow.
So I'm hearing just a little gauge for just how much Denver might be giving up. Now, I've heard nothing. I've now seen several reports that Denver is the leader in a trade market for Aaron Rodgers, but there's nothing substantial yet, which certainly makes number 9 curious because I thought Denver was going to go quarterback, but it depends on like how certain they are of Aaron Rodgers. But here's a little interesting tidbit on the Aaron Rodgers market. The 49ers offered the 3rd overall pick, Jimmy Garoppolo, another player that was not revealed, and several other draft picks, all for Aaron Rodgers, and they turned it down.
Wow.
Really?
So how much, if the Broncos are the front runners, how much are they offering? That's at least the number 9 pick this year and your next 2 to maybe even 3 first-round picks.
It would have to be. I mean,
Yeah.
not take the 3rd pick and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Plus another player and several other picks.
Yeah. It's got to be all first rounders.
I imagine for the Packers to give up Rodgers, it would have to be an eyebrow-raising trade.
Yeah,
You know,
undoubtedly.
So that's the question
Yeah,
now. Once the Panthers come off the board at 9, the Broncos certainly are in the quarterback market. I was pretty confident they were going to take Justin Fields, but now do they take Justin Fields? Or how confident are they that they can get Aaron Rodgers? Are they confident enough that they can get Aaron Rodgers that they will pass on Justin Fields?
Maybe they draft Justin Fields and trade him to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers and some picks.
Well, you see, if you're the Packers, I just can't see you doing that because you can't admit to the fan base that early that you completely failed on the Jordan Love pick.
I mean, who cares about the fan base? You have to admit it if you want to win games.
but we haven't even seen Love play yet, so you can't give up on him yet.
I agree with Alex. You have to at least give him a chance. Like, you spent a first-round pick on this guy. You have to let him throw one NFL pass before you give up on him.
Yeah, the guy never even played one snap last year, you know? Like, everyone's calling him the worst pick ever.
Yeah, hey. I'm with Chow there, you know. Guys hasn't had a snap yet.
All right, so it looks like, surprisingly, the Panthers are sticking at 8. Who do we got here?
The pick is
Les,
in.
who do you have? Who do you have him picking?
I'm going with J.C. Horn, cornerback out of South Carolina.
Okay.
J.C. Horn.
Son of Joe Horn, flip phone celebration
Oh, really?
legend.
Yeah. Wow.
I would love to see him do a pick 6 and do his father's celebration.
Yeah. Didn't Michael Thomas do that either this year or last year? He did the Joe Horn replica.
I think so. So you think they'll take a QB, Celeste, even though they just got Darnold?
The Panthers?
Yeah.
You know, I had heard rumors that they were at least interested in Justin Fields, but I never heard anything substantial enough to believe that Fields was under serious consideration at 8. So I wouldn't say Fields to Carolina is a 0% chance, but I'd probably put it under 10%.
How do you feel about Mac Jones going right here?
Carolina liked him a lot at the Senior Bowl. That's all I can say. But I'd be once again very surprised.
There it is, coming up.
Oh, man.
Easy, boys, easy.
Yeah, remember, I'm a little behind.
Yeah, Jason and I are a bit behind here. Roger's not even at the podium yet.
Try not to make any reactions until I let you know it's okay.
Okay. The pick already happened on my end.
Me too.
Oh, wow.
Celeste, are you ready yet?
All right, just got
Celeste, what do you got? Dial up over there?
it. So I'm watching this on my Roku on the ESPN app, It's a little slower than live television.
JC Horn. So let's go 8 for 8.
8 for 8. The
Impressive.
streak rolls on.
6'1", 205 from South Carolina.
Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I think this is where my streak ends because with these Aaron Rodgers rumors, I really don't know. I was very confident that Justin Fields was going to be a Denver Bronco.
Really?
But as of right now, I can't get a gauge on how confident Denver is that they're going to get Aaron Rodgers. So obviously, if they get Aaron Rodgers, they're not taking Justin Fields. So
Well. Where does Drew Lock factor into your?
Drew Lock factors nowhere into my decision, as he shouldn't factor into anybody's decision as to take a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL.
He's going to be flipping burgers in a couple years.
Like I said, Troy, I think Drew Lock can be a solid backup quarterback, but he's not a starter.
He's going to be the third stringer on the Bears in 5 years.
Sounds like the Steelers' next starter.
At some point we'll have to talk about the Bears a little bit more, but oof.
I think that if the Broncos don't take Justin Fields here, I know I said it last pick. I thought the Panthers were going to trade back. Maybe there just aren't, because the Panthers had every incentive to trade back at least a little bit. The Eagles at 12 were looking to trade up, and the Giants, if Devontae Smith is on the board at 11, the Giants are going to take Devontae Smith at 11. Thought the Eagles might try and jump the Giants for Devontae Smith, and J.C. Horn probably would have still been on the board at 12. So maybe just the calls aren't going for like teams maybe looking to trade down. But the Broncos at this point, if they feel that they can get Aaron Rodgers and don't need to take Justin Fields right here, seem like a team that would have every reason to trade down.
Guys, I'm pretty nervous here.
If they don't get the calls, I'd say Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn here because, like I said, I don't know how confident Denver feels they are in their ability to get Aaron Rodgers. Because
Jason,
if it's not that substantial, then I think Justin Fields is still the pick here.
Let's say by some miracle, the Packers do move up to this 9th pick. You're 8 for 8. Who would you see the Packers taking here at number 9?
The Packers move up to number 9. They're going to take Rashawn Slater.
All right.
I mean, I like it.
Northwestern.
I don't think they're going to trade up. I mean, there's 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do see, like, when you saw with Detroit, like, their pick was in immediately. Denver's taking their time.
That's true. Maybe they're on the phone with the Packers right now. Hey, what do you got for us, you know?
They're trying to get – Packers are trying to get one more 7th-round pick.
I mean, this might be the Broncos right now saying, look, like, we've got Justin Fields on the board. We feel comfortable with him. Like, you strike this deal with us now or we're taking Fields.
I mean, I'm sure that's got to be the conversation going on. I mean, you either get a veteran for a couple more years or, you know, maybe the future of your franchise.
You know, kind of a random stat. I don't know the exact stat, but if you were to look up the quarterbacks with the most passing touchdowns in Soldier Field, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers are both surprisingly, and in the case of Bears fans, embarrassingly high on the list.
How's Matt Stafford on that list?
I don't know. He's probably not too far down there. I was hoping the Bears would get Stafford in the offseason.
That would have been a good pickup for them.
I thought that would have been a good pickup for him. Maybe or even like
them as,
Matt Ryan, you know, guys who have been around. We got a couple of years.
I never heard the Bears as being all that involved in Stafford. I heard the Colts,
I don't think
Broncos, obviously the Rams.
I don't think he was going to anyone in the NFC North. Looking back on it, but it's all right because we'll do our best.
You got the red rifle.
I will say this. I've said it from the beginning. I think Trubisky was a scapegoat for larger problems within the organization.
Jason, what should Bears fans expect from an Andy Dalton-led team?
Yeah, you would know better than anyone.
You know, with a good roster around him, which the Bears clearly have because they went to the playoffs with Trubisky. With a good roster around him, Andy Dalton can get you to the playoffs. It'll be a first-round playoff exit, but he'll get you to the playoffs.
Sounds like more of the same.
Oh, yeah.
I think, oh, man, there's
It will not be Mac Jones. I can promise you that much. The Lions prefer Justin Fields to Mac Jones.
Oh, boy. Let's check Twitter here.
50 seconds left.
Oh, man. The pick is in.
They're taking us down to the wire.
All right. I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, yeah. Remember, don't give anything away until because they're still ticking down with me.
Oh, I just saw the pick is in now.
I think I'm a good 20 seconds behind you guys.
I'm at 36 seconds.
Me and Cernus got the pick locked in, man.
Yeah, I'm at 38 seconds right now.
Might have to.
Who are you guys going with? I'm going with Fields.
I'm going with Jones, baby. Fields gonna fall to the Bears.
Yeah, I'm thinking they pick Jones.
Yeah,
here.
I think it's
Mac Jones.
Yep, Mac Jones
over Justin Fields.
I'm going
Justin Fields.
Honest, I think it's Fields.
What about you?
Who's your pick to go 9 for 9?
Yeah, man, I want to say Micah Parsons with these Aaron Rodgers rumors going around, but I don't think there's such a high probability that the Packers don't move him at all that you can't bank the future of your franchise on getting Aaron Rodgers right here.
Right.
And
maybe a trade. Yeah,
and passing up on Justin. You can't pass up on Justin Fields for the hope that you might get Aaron Rodgers.
So I guess we can wait till the pick's in, but I'm interested to hear your take on Justin Fields. I've come full circle on him. I think he's going to be good.
Really? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a bust.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking that initially. I was thinking, is he up there with, is it kind of like a Dwayne Haskins situation? But
here's the difference.
Dwayne Haskins coming back.
I was telling Alex and Zach this before. Dwayne Haskins and all those Ohio State quarterbacks before them were Urban Meyer and Jim Tressel quarterbacks. This is a Ryan Day quarterback. The coach makes a difference in the development of a player for their NFL abilities. And Urban Meyer coached college quarterbacks.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Hold on.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, what do you think of that one, Jason?
I heard they were looking cornerback, which was surprising to me because I didn't really. They just got. Sternus. They just took Kyle Fuller from you guys. They drafted a corner in the second round.
By the way, I'd rather have Trubisky and Kyle Fuller than Andy Dalton and no Kyle Fuller.
Yeah, I just don't understand that pick because they've got one of the best nickel corners in the NFL in Bryce Callahan. They just got Kyle
Fuller Bear.
Yeah, they just got Kyle Fuller from you. They've got Michael Ojemudia, who had a not great but decent rookie season, something you could build around. I don't know. Micah Parsons would have made a lot more sense to me here.
You think this is possibly to try to deal to the Packers for some kind of
Yeah,
crazy Aaron Rodgers deal?
There's some
Come on. You're stretching, Troy. You're stretching, Troy.
That would make a lot more sense to me. I think that's a big stretch, but I can tell you the Packers were very heavy in the cornerback market. So the position would make sense. I think that if that was the case, the deal would have been worked out already.
Beforehand, yeah. That's very interesting they didn't go quarterback, though. That still tells us that they're probably looking at getting.
I think
that does tell me that they have
ongoing negotiations.
Getting Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You guys are reaching, man. This was their chance. It didn't work out. Too bad. So sad. Rodgers is back in Lambeau.
Either way, Macho, I think Rodgers is gone from Lambeau.
I think he'll play this year, and then he'll be gone.
I don't know. I don't think he's playing on a Packers uniform again.
I don't think the Broncos pass on a quarterback unless they had strong belief that Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing the season in Denver.
Exactly.
I think he's going to be you ready? An LA Ram. I think he's going to McVay.
Wow. And
Aaron Rodgers, he's going to battle it out. He's going to battle it out with Matt Stafford for the starting.
I don't think that's going to happen
at all. I think the NFC North, is going to Cali.
All right, so
that is the boldest prediction, hottest take we've heard tonight.
You know, I think the Rams giving up a couple ones and a couple threes for a backup quarterback would probably be the most that a team's ever given up for a backup.
Yeah, well, things change, you know. Isn't Rodgers? I think Rodgers, you know. I think he likes the McVay offense.
I heard he might go to the Steelers.
They're around the same age, right? Rodgers might even be older now.
Him and Big Ben are going to battle it out next season.
Yeah.
Rodgers plays one more great season in Green Bay and then wins the Super Bowl and then hosts Jeopardy.
That'd be the ideal career.
Pay attention to this pick because I think the Cowboys just watched their top two targets go off the board.
Yeah, you had Sertan here, right?
I had Sertan going to 10, Dallas at 10. I think the Cowboys are probably a little bit like taken aback right now. I don't think they ever saw that both of their targets were going to be off the board here.
Who do you like here?
I'm going to go with Rashawn Slater.
I was thinking the same thing.
I heard the Cowboys like Slater. They were looking defense, but they were looking at the cornerback position, and unless they want to, you've got a top 10 talent in Caleb Farley, but that's a huge gamble medical wise to take with the 10th pick. I don't think you can take him that high. So
I think
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Cowboys trade pick to the Eagles. Breaking news.
Great.
Wow. Now I knew the Eagles were looking to get into the top 10, but for the Cowboys to trade to a
division rival.
So here's why this makes sense. The Giants are also the Cowboys' division rival. The Giants were going to take Devontae Smith at 11.
Right.
The Cowboys get additional capital, and the Eagles take him at 10. So either way, they were going to have to go up against Devontae Smith twice a year. Now you get extra picks, and
you get picks, and you're giving it the player
nothing changes for the Cowboys except they get extra picks because the team that was going to take Devontae Smith was also in their division.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So I think this makes sense for the Cowboys because
is it a surefire that they go Devontae Smith?
100%.
Is there any chance at all that they pick Justin Fields and there's a QB battle?
No. And here's why. Why would the Eagles trade up? Because the Cowboys are going to stick with Dak Prescott. The Giants are going to stick with Daniel Jones. So why would the Eagles trade up for Justin Fields?
I think it's got to be Devontae Smith. Who else? Why would you trade up if you're not getting Devontae Smith?
Yeah, that Jalen Reagor pick doesn't look good from last year, does it?
No, not at all. I'm very surprised that this was the first trade in the draft, though. I thought we were going to see one before this.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk of trades in the top 5, 2 or 3 maybe.
I'm very happy that this was the first trade.
Yeah,
you were stressed there for a moment.
I was a bit stressed.
On the phone real quick.
Yeah, my dad's a big Packers fan. He called me and was very nervous about it. So my pick for I placed a bet that the number 10 pick would not be a cornerback. That's looking pretty
Nacho,
good
you're
right
about
now.
to hit. Good thing you did.
The Broncos saved you on that one, buddy.
Yeah, they really did.
With a questionable pick, to say the least. I really don't. So far, that's been the other than the Bengals taking Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell. That's been the head scratcher of the draft. Is the Broncos taking a corner at number 9?
Yeah. Sure, people expected the Bengals to
Yeah,
fumble
people
that pick.
and I was one of them, like that thought Jamar Chase was going to be the pick. It just didn't make any sense why.
For
But
the Bengals?
yeah, they needed an offensive lineman. Jamar Chase, Brandon Allen throwing to Jamar Chase just doesn't interest me.
Hey, that Brandon Allen team did beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
No, actually, Ryan Finley beat the Steelers.
Excuse me.
Not even Brandon
Oh,
Allen.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not.
Brandon
That wasn't that big of a feat at the end of the season.
Yeah, Brandon Allen could not beat the Steelers.
Big Ben decided to give up.
No, Brandon Allen did beat a Houston Texans team that had already quit on the season, so there's that.
Watch
That's
out. Bengals might win 3 games next year. The Eagles are taking up
The
the whole
future is
plot.
bright in Cincinnati.
Oh, Micah Parsons looks pissed.
Cowboys get the 12th pick and the 3rd round pick of next year's draft.
All they got was a 3rd rounder in next year's draft.
That's it.
That's really not much.
I'm surprised they accepted that.
Like I said,
Oh, no, excuse me. Third round in this draft. I thought we were still in 2020.
that seems reasonable for the going from 12 to 10.
It's really not that big of a jump, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're the Cowboys and you just literally with back-to-back picks watch both of your targets go off the board.
What are you scrambling?
Yeah, I think that's a very good move for Dallas.
Yeah, they're not going to lose their guy and they get an extra pick. Who are the Giants going to take now if you're thinking Devontae Smith here?
Oh, so interestingly enough, I heard the Giants were interested in 3 guys. Devontae Smith, J.C. Horn, both presumably off the board with Devontae Smith.
Right.
3rd guy is Micah Parsons.
Ah, all right. So we're thinking Micah Parsons at 11.
Pretty big on Micah Parsons, huh?
He's a guy who, if he hadn't opted out and then some character concerns didn't come out about him, he would have been maybe a top 5 pick. Like he's an elite talent.
Linebacker, you.
Penn State, yep.
Linebacker, you, yeah.
We should have Creech in this big leather chair instead of this old lady.
I think Northwestern's little by little becoming its own linebacker, you know?
So, yeah. So are we all going Devontae
Is that
Smith?
right?
There it is.
All right. Goodell's about to announce. Me and Cernus have to react.
Hold on.
All right. Yeah. Settle down.
Easy, boys.
I'm still seeing Goodell talk to the old lady.
Ooh.
He should just shove her out of that chair. She doesn't deserve it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Jason, did you finally hear it?
Not yet. All right.
Hey, Devontae Smith. No
There it is.
surprise, huh?
No
As
surprise.
expected, right?
I like his brooch with the DS.
Like I said, there was no reason for the Eagles to trade ahead of the Giants unless Devontae Smith was the pick.
Right.
Who do you like here? Rashawn Slater?
Oh, so I do like Rashawn Slater. I think that the Giants did a good job going out in free agency, getting some addressing some holes on the defense, getting Daniel Jones an elite target and Kenny Golladay. Really, the biggest hole I see left on the Giants roster is on the O-line, and I think Rashawn Slater fills a huge hole. But I haven't heard anything about Rashawn Slater to the Giants. What I have heard, like I said, was Devontae Smith, J.C. Horn, Micah Parsons, and then possibly you see your first edge rusher here in Kwity Paye. So I'd say it's down. I'd say probably I'm 60-40 in favor of Parsons to Paye.
Parsons to Paye, huh?
What about this? What about Slater falling to the Bears? You know, he's probably 30 minutes up the road from the city. Already a Northwestern Wildcat.
So I'll say this: if you want Rashawn Slater, you better hop on the phone with the Cowboys real quick and see if they want to trade down again, because the Chargers had Slater rated as their #1 offensive lineman in the draft over Penei Sewell.
Really? People are pretty high on Penei Sewell, huh?
Yeah, Penny Sewell's
I
at
heard
top a
people
lot
saying
list.
that he might like a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, there were Bengals analysts that said he was going to be the next Anthony Munoz, who is the only Cincinnati Bengals Hall of Famer.
He's the only one.
Only
The
one.
only one?
Wait, that is not impressive from the Bengals.
You think Ocho Cinco will make
Well,
the
when you draft guys like
NFL?
Jamar Chase instead of Penei, so when you pass Hall of Famers to draft a wide receiver, there's a reason why we don't have Hall of Famers.
What about that guy who had the Icky shuffle?
Oh, Icky Woods, yeah, he was a great story. Had a fantastic rookie season. Went viral with a dance move he did in the end zone.
Giants trade Bick to the Bears. Breaking news.
Hey!
Oh, Justin Fields.
You're getting the call, Cernus.
Cernus,
Yeah, I know.
Whoever's calling, tell him
Come
it's
on,
Justin.
baby, take him.
It's Justin Fields.
No way. It's got.
They're gonna take Mac Jones.
Sir, on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad would you be if they took Mac Jones over Justin Fields right now?
I'd be pretty upset.
I can't.
Are they taking?
I can't even imagine how relieved 49ers fans feel right now, hearing throughout the entire draft process that they traded up for Mac Jones, and then literally on draft day it being shifted to Trey Lance. Like, that had to be the greatest feeling in their lives, finding out that their team finally realized Trey Lance was better than Mac Jones.
I'm not seeing Mac Jones' name up there.
Oh man, is Justin Fields going to be a Bear, or are they taking Slater?
You think they trade up to get Slater?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you want Rashawn Slater, you had to trade up above the Chargers, but
yeah,
they did trade above the Chargers. So maybe this is Slater, man.
That's exactly what the Bears did, but I don't think. While it would make sense for the Bears to trade up over the Chargers if they wanted Slater, it wouldn't make sense with Justin Fields on the board.
I really think they're going to go Mac Jones here. I got a strong feeling about it.
Oh, man, if they go Mac Jones.
That's just the Bears kind of move, you know?
Oh. After they passed on Watson and Mahomes to take Trubisky, passing on Justin Fields to take Mac Jones.
That's what the Bears do these days.
You know what? They can't. It cannot be Mac Jones. Like, after they did that with Trubisky, after passing on Watson and Mahomes to take Trubisky, they simply cannot pass on Justin
Right,
Fields.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm ahead of you guys.
Oh, the pick is in. Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Goodell's not on the stage yet. It's okay.
But they are showing Justin Fields, and he clearly just came back from another room where he's taking a phone call.
That's true. Good thinking, Celeste. Mac Jones was not on the phone when they showed on him. Could be his agent.
I think Mac Jones goes
to telling him that Chicago just picked him. Like, this is Justin Fields. like I said, the Bears literally cannot do this again, where they take a Trubisky over a Mahomes or a Watson.
They are going to be doing it again. They're passing up Mac Jones. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
And Kyle Trask.
I don't know about Kyle Trask.
Oh,
Macho, where are we saying Mac Jones is going to go to?
I think he goes to New England in a couple picks.
I could see that.
Yeah, that's who I've got. That's who I've got in my mock draft is Mac Jones, 15 to the Patriots.
Cam Newton goes to tight end.
You think they'd actually move Cam Newton to tight end?
No, probably not. But look
Maybe
at Logan
Tim
Thomas.
Tebow.
Yeah, Tim Tebow.
Right.
Oh man, this pick is pretty tense. I could feel we're anticipating this. Yeah.
Cernus, how come you're not in the leather chair, man? How do they pick these people in the leather chairs? Who's announcing the pick? Who is that? It's not Brian Urlacher, that's for sure.
Brian Urlacher's had some bad press lately.
Oh, really? What's he been up to?
Has he? I don't even know.
I don't know about bad press. He's just shared his Republican values lately, which is definitely a
Has
I
been
mean,
received poorly by
I'm
many.
more on the liberal side myself, but I don't like the society we're turning into where basically because of Trump, anyone who has Republican values is evil now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyways,
Yeah.
here's the pick.
All right, settle down, guys. Don't reveal it too soon. Cernus, if it's Mac Jones, try to keep it to
I'm gonna contain my emotion.
It took it off the screen. He's doing some kind of speech.
Ah, come on. Get to the point. Let's go. Let's go.
I can't even hear what he's saying.
Today.
Oh, it's some draft-a-thon thing. They'll raise the money from pandemic recovery.
Let's check the betting lines here.
So how about this though? Back-to-back trades and back-to-back teams who literally watch their guy go right in front of them too.
I mean, that's got to incentivize you to trade, right?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Oh.
I'm curious what Dallas is going to do at 12.
Me too. Me too.
All right, settle down, guys. Yeah, there we
Justin Fields.
Come
Jason,
on.
you got it right again.
Wow.
go. Congrats, Ernest.
What a trade up. What a pick.
I like it. I like it. The Bears being aggressive, baby. I love the pick. I love the pick.
Man, they needed it.
I'm texting some buddies right now. Some of them liked Mac Jones.
I would have. I'd tell you they should have took Mac Jones.
Supposedly they're saying that Justin Fields is a slow processor like Trubisky, that they need a sharper guy like Mac Jones. I'm on board, baby. Justin Fields.
Yes. Cernus, tell your friends that are saying that it's a lot easier to process when you have 4 receivers drafted in the top 15 in the last 2 years. Literally, he just lined those 4 guys up, and every play, one of them was wide open.
Alabama always has the best offensive line. Najee Harris, that's a play action like.
It's easy to process a wide open receiver.
Right. I'm on board, baby. I love the pick. And that is unlike the Bears being aggressive and stepping up and making a move like that. I'm on board.
Mac Jones would have been a poor pick. He would have been a poor pick at 3, and with Justin Fields still on the board at 11, he would have been a poor pick there too.
Can you guys? Do you guys mind if I mute myself for a bit? My dad's calling. I'm gonna call my dad.
Go for
Celebrate the victory, Anthony.
I'll be back in 5.
Sounds good.
We're gonna need you for this Cowboys pick.
Boy, Justin Fields in Chicago, man.
So, yeah, I like it. I think the Bears have finally done it. Like they had Cutler and Grossman and Orton and
this is a bad QB.
Trubisky. Nick Foles, like just a bunch of
Nick Foles is the best QB they've had.
Just a bunch of mediocres at best.
Nick Foles is a Super Bowl winner, Jason.
Yeah. Finally, here we go. Like this is gonna be it for the Bears. I think so.
I don't know. I'm still not sold on Justin Fields. We'll see how he does.
And depending on what happens here with Aaron Rodgers, I think this pick might, as soon as this season, vault the Bears to the top of the AFC North.
That's very
Oh boy.
That's very possible. If Rodgers is gone from the Packers.
Now, if Rodgers is there, the Packers are still going to run the North next year.
Yeah.
If Rodgers is gone,
Bears are going to run it.
The Bears will win the AFC North next year if Rodgers is gone.
I'm on board with that, Jason. Not much more competition.
A rookie QB. No way, dude.
So a rookie QB competing against Jared Goff with a far inferior roster, Kirk Cousins with an inferior roster, and Jordan Love with a comparable roster. But as I said, Jordan Love's peak is lower than what Justin Fields is at right now.
What? We don't know his peak. He didn't play yet.
Well, we'll see if I'm wrong then.
We'll see about it. I think the Vikings are kind of underrated in the NFC North. I mean, they have the talent. It's just Kirk is so unbelievably average that they can't like break a 9-7.
This is it, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna come out and say, "You like that?"
All right, guys. Cowboys pick is in. Who do we got?
I have no idea.
I'm going Rashawn Slater. I thought after Surtain went off the board at 9, they would have taken Slater at 10. I think it was a smart move to trade down because, like, obviously the Eagles weren't trading up for Slater, and obviously the Giants weren't interested in Slater for whatever reason, even though they needed him. So I think they made a safe trade down to 12 where they thought, you know what, we have a little bit more time to reassess, and Slater's still on the board. I think, once again, Kwity Paye might come into play here, but I think Slater's the better player, and Cowboys have been a little banged up on the O-line anyways. Like, this pick seems like it would make sense to me.
I agree, Jason. I think Slater is the clear-cut favorite here. The days of Ezekiel Elliott running for 1,500 yards behind all-pro line are over, and they need to rebuild their guys up front.
Yeah, if they want to be anything next year, that's their biggest glaring issue.
Yeah, I mean, they had center Travis Frederick retired suddenly because he had some sort of illness. Tyron Smith has been injured. Leo Collins has been in and out of the lineup. That great O-line that they had, they lost another guy to free agency. That O-line is a thing of the past,
So
and they need to build it back up.
Yeah, here's the thing. Even if Smith and Collins are able to stay healthy, which lately that's been an if, Slater has 5 position versatility, and they've talked about that all throughout the draft. So he can start at left guard for you, where the Cowboys also have a hole. And then if one of those guys gets injured, you can bump him out to tackle, and he'll be really good there as well.
That is so invaluable in the NFL to have, because at the 53-man roster, to have a lineman that can play every position, that's probably the best thing that a lineman can have, you know. Obviously, besides the normal skills, but to be that versatile, I mean, that's just extraordinary. That is Mel Kiper's best available, so makes a lot of sense.
And like I said, I heard the Cowboys were interested in Slater. They just liked the corners more, but the corners were off the board, so.
Yeah, not much you could do there.
Yeah.
They were. That won me $9, boys.
Good job.
Attaboy.
What'd you bet? Like 8?
5?
Hey, you made money.
Yeah.
Hey, he's
All right,
back.
boys, I'm back.
Hey.
All right, Cernus, just in time for Rashawn Slater.
I know. Come on, Bears. How about another one?
You kind of wish you had the hometown boy, huh? No!
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I saw it.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons. Jason. Wow. Got one wrong today. What are you thinking about this one?
It makes sense. Like, I mean, like, the Cowboys had solid linebackers in Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Thomas, but both of them had down seasons last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe just a 3 linebacker set is becoming less and less common in the NFL. I don't think you need 3 good linebackers anymore. But just in case the Cowboys think that, like, there's reason for concern that either Vander Esch or Thomas is going to continue to regress, there's insurance in case one of them does. And I thought they had bigger needs. Like I said, the 3 linebacker sets are becoming less and less common, and like that's where Parsons fits in, is in a 3 linebacker set because you've already got 2 starters there.
Right.
The
Right.
oft-injured Sean Lee also retired recently.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So Sean Lee was like that third linebacker, but
I think Van Der
they're in
Esch is
like 70% of the time now.
yeah. Who do you like here for the Chargers? Is it a done deal? Is it Slater?
It's got to be Slater,
Right?
I don't know, man. There's some murmurings.
There's some murmurings of what?
Caleb Farley.
Caleb
right,
Farley.
So I'll say this: I'd be surprised if there's a chance, because the Chargers really need help at left tackle, that they see Christian Darrisaw as more of a pure left tackle prospect, and that they go with Darrisaw at 13, whereas they might view Slater as somebody who can just start anywhere along the O-line, but might not be the elite left tackle that Darrisaw has the potential to be. But I still think I would be surprised if it was Darrisaw. If it was anything other than an offensive lineman, I'd be shocked, because the Chargers on the Bengals, they realize that Herbert's their most valuable asset and they're going to protect it.
What did the Bears give up for that?
I haven't seen anything yet. I am curious.
I think they gave up like 3 first-round picks the next 3 years, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, although I will say this. So what does that move? Nick Foles to our 3rd-string quarterback?
They might trade him.
All right,
you can make the case that maybe, nothing against Nick Foles, maybe he could have been cut and we kept Fuller.
All right, so the Bears gave up, obviously, pick 20 and then 164 this year. So I think that's either like a late 5th or an early 6th.
Oh, really?
It's not bad at all.
Well, no, not done yet. That you don't get move up from 20 to 11 for a 6th round pick, and then their 1st and their 4th next year.
Ooh.
Okay.
A little more pricey.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a significant price to pay to move from 20 to 11. That they probably overpaid a little bit, but here's the bottom line: is you say you moved up from 20 to 11, but in my opinion, and I'm guessing in the Bears' opinion, Justin Fields should have never been on the board at 11. So they don't view it as moving up from 20 to 11. They view it as maybe moving up from 20 to get the 2nd best quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying for your franchise quarterback. That's not even, to them, it's probably not that expensive.
Yeah.
Come on now. I hope he pans out. I get a little nervous with Ohio State quarterbacks, but I think I'm a believer in Fields.
Like I said, Cernus, I don't think you have a reason to be nervous in Ohio State quarterbacks. You have a reason to be nervous in Urban Meyer quarterbacks, because he ran a system that translated to college success but not NFL success. But this is Ryan Day. It was a different system. It's a different guy.
All right.
And I think it's going to be a different result.
Okay. All right. Celeste, I trust you. That being said, if hypothetically, if the Packers were to shop Rodgers, do the Bears have a legitimate shot in the NFC North?
So when you were actually off talking to your dad, I told Alex and Zach this. If Aaron Rodgers is gone, book it now that the Bears will win the North this year.
Really?
This year, yes.
Okay.
They at least – so they have a better roster than a much, much better roster than the Lions. I'd say a better roster than the Vikings, and probably a roster around them on par with the Packers. And if you're telling me the difference is Justin Fields to Jordan Love, I'm putting my money on Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That's fair. I will say the Vikings, when Dalvin Cook was, on fire last year, the Vikings were a pretty solid team as well. So if Cook is on, watch out.
I think the Vikings have a lot of holes in the defense.
I think so too. Plus, I mean, yeah, I guess you got Dalvin Cook, but I don't know. I think the Vikings offense is a little overhyped.
Yeah, I mean, they lost their starting left tackle too.
Yeah.
Like, Riley Reef is now a Bengal. The one addition the Bengals made to their O-line. They needed 4, but, at least they got 1.
They signed a very average starter.
No, I'd say Riley Reef is a good starter.
You think so?
I do. I think Riley Reef has been a solid starter throughout his career.
You think Penei Sewell would be better?
Yeah. What do you
I
think?
think,
Way better.
I think Penei Sewell and Riley Reef would have started on the same line together, and that would have been much better.
Yeah. Might save Joe Burrow's career.
Yeah, oh well. We'll be drafting a QB again next year, I suppose.
I'm telling you, the future is bright in Cincinnati.
It's not.
Oh, it's
We're-
bright.
We're going to ruin Joe Burrow.
You get your
Yeah,
jungle
he's,
pass already, Celeste?
No.
What's a jungle pass?
Jungle pass. Season ticket.
Yeah, I'm not getting season tickets until the Bengals actually make confident decisions in the front office.
But they have the most underrated wide receiver core in the league.
No, I think
without Jamar Chase.
so. With Jamar Chase, I think the Bengals have a very valid argument for the best wide receiver trio in the NFL. I think the Cowboys are up there with Cooper, Gallup, and Lamb, but the Bengals are absolutely have a top 3 receiving core in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
But
the Bears.
Like, how much is it going to matter once you get Burrow hurt again and Brandon Allen's tossing the rock?
Yeah, true.
Chargers pick is in.
All right, who are we going with? I got Slater. It's got to be
Slater.
Slater.
Dark horse, Jalen Phillips.
And Slater looks pretty happy right there.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to pick Slater.
Like ESPN kind of reveals the picks sometimes. Like, you could see they show Justin Fields walking back into the room after taking a phone call.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they show Slater smiling right there.
They give up the suspense. What do you guys think of the Chargers? I mean, they're going to be pretty dynamic this year. They might have a chance at AFC Championship.
I don't know.
Oh, AFC. Oh, you had me when I thought you were saying like maybe they'd sneak into the playoffs, but they're a long way from the Chiefs. They're a long way from the Bills. They're a long way from the Browns. The Browns
from
honestly,
the Steelers. Yeah,
the Browns I'd say are the 3rd best team in that league right now.
Wow, you think the Browns are the third best team in the league?
No, sorry, in the AFC.
Okay,
In the AFC,
right.
I mean. Yeah.
In the AFC.
Even if the AFC, it's still
You see, I have the Browns slightly ahead. I have 4, 5, and 6 kind of lumped together with the Ravens, Colts, and Titans.
And Steelers, yeah.
I think the Browns are the 3rd best team in the division.
Troy, go ahead and bank that the Steelers will not make the playoffs this year.
You're wrong about that, Jason. We got Mike Tomlin, baby.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, there we go.
Sean Slater.
Good pick. Good pick.
Good pick.
Hey,
I don't know. Well, the only thing, Hunter Henry, I think he had a pretty good rapport with Herbert, and I think the loss that's a pretty big loss for the Chargers.
Yeah. No, definitely. At some point in this draft, they're going to have to target a pass catcher.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have very good number 1 in Keenan Allen. Mike Williams is a decent number 2 to have on the team. Not even a great number 2, but a decent number 2. But after that, you really don't have much to throw to now.
Yeah.
Look for Donald.
If he stays healthy, he's like, I think he could have a pretty good year.
Look for Herbert this year to target former XFL tight end 6'8" Donald Parham. Big name to watch out. Fantasy owners. Donald Parham. He's going to be the guy.
Donald Parham. Pick him up this year.
Donald Parham has built a reputation in this league as a very solid blocking tight end. but he's basically used exclusively for blocking. So for fantasy, he offers almost no value.
Well, that was his first year.
Come on, goal line play action. He sneaks out.
He's
That
going
was
to
his
have
first
at
year
least,
playing.
We never expected.
at
He-
least
he-
one
he could,
touchdown this year.
He could sneak in a touchdown or two, but I'm not sure how
Touchdown or two.
I'm not sure how like 10 catches with 3 touchdowns on the season, like how good that's going to look for your fantasy stats.
Well, who said anything about 3 touchdowns? I'm talking 6, maybe 7.
Wow.
I think you might be getting a little ahead of yourself on Donald Parham.
That was his first year. Hunter Henry's gone. Who are they going to look to step up, fill that void? Farham. He's going to be working on goal line fades all spring.
Like
He's
I said,
6'8", easy
Little
money.
pop pass.
I think the Chargers will look to another potential receiving tight end to fill that void, and Donald Parham will keep playing the role that Donald Parham plays well, which is blocking.
Well, Jason, I don't think you have that much of an insight into the Chargers. I think, we don't know what their plans are.
I think you're dead wrong.
We'll see. That's your sleeper this year. Alex Malchow's fantasy sleeper for 2021,
Yeah.
Donald Parham.
Watch out, folks.
Write it down.
All right, who do we like here? 14, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I'm thinking Brett
Rashad
Favre.
Bateman.
Rashad Bateman, huh?
Yeah.
I
Hometown
don't
kid.
think so.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you as well there, Alex.
Trade alert.
Oh,
I'm surprised because the guy that I thought Minnesota wanted at 14 was on the board there.
Minnesota trades pick to the Jets.
oh, shout out George Webster.
Boy,
Shout out
who
George.
did the Jets want here?
I don't
So
know.
they were
Mac
at 23.
Jones?
They moved up from 23 to 14. And the problem with the Jets is they have a ton of needs. They
Yeah.
could go cornerback with a guy like Caleb Farley. They could go linebacker with a guy like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They need a defensive end. They could go Kwity Paye. They need offensive line. They could go Elijah Vera Tucker.
It could be anyone in the draft right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
they need running back, but I think at 23 they could have gotten the number 1 running back in this draft. So I can't see them trading up for running back. So, I mean, I know I'm not narrowing down the field very much, but I'm saying it's between Elijah Vera Tucker, Kwity Paye, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and Caleb Farley.
I think
think,
they go Kwity Paye here.
Greg Newsome
I think
here.
You're gonna go Vera Tucker.
Wow. All across the board.
You know what? I like your train of thought there, Cernus. Most teams, competent teams, when they draft a franchise quarterback, the first thing they do is they look to get him protected.
Mm-hmm.
I think we see back-to-back Northwestern Wildcats here. Greg Newsome goes.
Greg Newsome.
I think Greg Newsome's just a little high for 14. I think I actually had the Jets slotted in my mock to take Greg Newsome at 23.
23.
But I think it's too high at 14. I'm gonna go with for me it's between Caleb Farley and Elijah Vera Tucker because the talent is absolutely there for Caleb Farley to go 14. It's just a matter of the injury history.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Vera Tucker. I think it's Vera Tucker.
I'm with you.
How about the Jets though, making moves? They certainly had plenty of draft capital to do it.
Yeah, why not, right? This is the time to do it.
Curious what they gave up in this one.
Will they move up 10 spots, 9 spots? Hopefully not as much as the Bears gave up.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, a sixth this year, and then a first and a fourth next year to move up 9 spots. But then again, like I said, you can't even view it as moving up 9 spots when you get the second best quarterback in the draft, and you were picking 20. It's like we moved up from 20 to get the second best quarterback in the draft.
Yeah. Now
They got their guy.
I hope he's our guy. What do you think? You think who's the starter or who's the starter week 1? Is it Dalton? And then Dalton maybe struggles a bit.
All
You
right,
know,
so
fans start chanting for Fields, or is it Fields from the get-go?
that is interesting. I think
$10 million. You know, that's what we gave
Yeah.
Dalton. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think you see a lot of these teams like maybe be a little too hesitant to hand over the reins to these rookies. Like when you saw it with the Browns, and like with the Browns, clearly Baker Mayfield was better than Tyrod Taylor from the get-go, but the Browns started Tyrod Taylor at the beginning. Once again, Justin Herbert was much better than Tyrod Taylor, but the Chargers started Tyrod Taylor gets a lot of starts he doesn't deserve.
Tyrod Taylor's a beast, man. I would love
He
to have
is.
him on the Steelers.
I wanted the Bears to go after him.
So
Yeah.
underrated.
He is.
Wins everywhere he goes.
He does. He's versatile.
So yeah, I think that I would be surprised at this point if Andy Dalton wasn't at least the starter for game 1.
Red Rocket. Red Rifle. Is it Red Rifle or Red Rocket? I can never remember.
Red Rifle.
Red Rocket sounds
Red
cool.
Robin.
Yum.
Hey, Celeste, where do you see Najee Harris fitting in this first round?
I'm glad you asked that. And Troy, I think you're going to like this because
I hope I am.
If he's there at 24, lock it in. He's going to the Steelers.
Steelers got to take him if he's there.
And honestly, my biggest concern to him not being available at 24 was the Jets taking him at 23. And they're not there at 23 anymore. So I think the odds of Najee Harris being available at 24 just shot up.
That would be great. If the Steelers pick up Najee Harris, I'm going out to Dick's and buying a jersey tonight.
Yeah. Well, because you have to also look at the teams drafting now. And where could Najee Harris's value begin? So I see maybe at 16, the Cardinals have a need for running back. They've already stated they're not taking a running back that high. At 17, the Raiders have Josh Jacobs. They're not taking a running back. At 18, the Dolphins like Najee Harris, but they have said that they're probably not going to take a running back that high.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you could see them trade back into the end of the second round or the end of the first round if he's still there, but I don't see him taking it at 18. 19, Washington just drafted a rookie running back last year that had success. At 20, the Bears aren't taking a running back. 21, the Colts just took Jonathan Taylor. 22, Titans have Derrick Henry. And 23, the Vikings have Dalvin Cook. So I think the Steelers, I can't see him going before 24, and that's where he's going to go.
Lock him in.
All right. Elijah Vera Tucker.
There it is. There it is.
All right. Good call, Anthony.
Thank you. You too, Jason.
Thank you, sir. Like I said, you got to protect your franchise quarterback.
The Patriots, who do you like here? Do you like Mac Jones? Going to the Patriots.
So
under the Belichick system.
So interestingly,
they just showed him on the phone. Did you see that?
Interestingly enough, going into today, I had Trey Lance at 15. I had Mac Jones at 3, and then Trey Lance at 15, with the idea that someone was going to trade up ahead of 15, but not doing trades. I thought New England would absolutely take him at 15 if he was there. Once I kind of got the idea that Trey Lance was going 3, I just flip-flopped them and put Mac Jones at 15. But I'm not sold that the Patriots are going to take Mac Jones at 15.
I think they're going to take sorry. I really think they are going to take Owusu Koromoa.
Really?
Oh, so I like that pick because here's why I wasn't sold on them taking Mac Jones at 15. I thought Micah Parsons was going to be there, and I thought that he made a lot of sense for the Patriots.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Owusu Koromoa doesn't off. I like Parsons the same way I like as a better version of the same way I like Zaven Collins, as a guy who would absolutely thrive in a 3-4 defense, being able to play in the middle as that Mike linebacker, but also being able to play as a 3-4 stand-up edge rusher and just offer a ton of versatility all over that defense. Koromoa he's very undersized. He's about 215 pounds. I think he needs to fit in a traditional 4-3 defense, the will linebacker position, where you've got defensive linemen eating up blocks in front of him, and he's able to free roam and fill gaps. And I don't know if the fit is there with the Patriots the same way the fit would have been there for Parsons.
Okay.
I think the Patriots take Mac Jones here, man. I'm pretty locked in on that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad pick. I really don't.
He looks happy. Or
They
maybe,
showed him on the phone right before this.
Yeah, is ESPN giving it away?
They giving every pick away.
They gave one, maybe slightly two, because they showed Slater smile. But literally everyone already knew the Chargers were taking
Jason,
Slater.
don't get me started. There's no way you got that. You were 9 for 9 without ESPN giving it away.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, Adam Schefter on the phone or something.
So you can check my mock draft, Troy. I was.
Yeah, you could have written that right. You could have written it. The pick's in. We can't talk about this anymore.
All right, I'm going Mac Jones just because I can't think of a better fit right now. They need a quarterback.
They do.
Steelers signed Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, don't talk. Well, we don't need
Big
to
moves.
talk
Big moves.
Big move.
1 year extension, you know.
One more matchup with Myles Garrett, huh?
Big Ben's got 1 more year.
All right, nobody cares who this guy is. Just announce the pick.
They're doing this draft-a-thon stuff.
I don't care about the draft-a-thon.
Clearly, Goodell does. It probably lines his pockets.
Yeah, right.
Show Don Cox some respect.
Who the hell is that?
That guy, I would guess.
The guy freaking talking.
Looks like Robert Kraft.
Hey, we got some comments here.
Hey.
Cowboy Rose. Yeah. Big shout out to Kyle
Mac
Rose.
Jones!
Roz.
Oh, there we go.
I like that pick. Like the Jones pick.
All right.
Yeah, that's a great pick. He's going to fit in.
It made sense there. Like I said, Cernus, I like your thinking with the linebacker there, but the fit was Parsons, not Koromoa.
Yeah. What do you like here? The Cardinals.
So, I've had some trouble with the Cardinals because I've only heard 4 players' names consistently with the Cardinals. 3 of them, J.C. Horn, Jalen Waddle, Patrick Surtain. I fully expected all of them to be off the board, and they are. And then the only other name I heard was that they would not draft Najee Harris here. So, you look at the names that were circulating, though. 2 out of those 3 were cornerbacks. Caleb Farley, before the back surgery, was perhaps viewed as better than both of them. Do they take the gamble on a guy with injury history but top 10 talent at 16?
Troy, who you got? Malchow, who you guys got?
For the Cardinals, I don't know.
I think they take O-lineman, the dude from Oklahoma State, Tevin Jenkins.
Okay.
I like that pick.
I mean, their starting right tackle, Marcus Gilbert, did just retire.
Marcus Gilbert, great Steeler, man. Great player.
Quiddy Pay? Malchow, that was your mock draft choice.
Quiddy Pay.
I do love his name.
I'll say, look at that, though. The Cardinals rushed to the podium on this pick.
Yeah, they did. So they must have liked somebody here.
Yeah, that was pretty quick, huh?
I still think the Cardinals have too many pass rushers for them to view. They did lose Hassan Reddick, but they had some very solid depth at the pass rushing position that I think they probably feel comfortable with. Of course, I could be wrong. You know the old adage, you can never have enough guys sacking the quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Caleb Farley.
Caleb Farley.
Pick is in already. Okay.
I heard the Saints. I did hear the Saints were at 28, and they were very interested in trading up for Caleb Farley. So clearly they didn't feel they were in the range to get him at 28. So they felt he was going to be off the board a little earlier.
Right.
Like, is this where they felt he was going?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
So 5 quarterbacks are off the board. Is there going to be a 6th? Do we see those were the 5 that everybody knew were going in round 1. Does one of those 3 guys, Trask, Davis? So I'm going to say that Kellen Mond's not going in round 1. I've heard absolutely nothing about him being anything before like a late to second to early 3rd round prospect. But every once in a while, I've heard something floated around. Kyle Trask, Davis Mills could sneak into the end of the 1st.
The only one I would see is Kyle Trask sneaking in at the very end. But I think that's highly unlikely. I think he goes early 2nd round.
Yeah, 3 teams I hear are very interested in Trask, all from the NFC South. The Falcons, Saints, and Buccaneers all like Trask.
I could see the Packers taking Trask at 29.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That would cause some shit.
You're joking on that one, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Like that truly would not make sense because not only would it not make sense to take quarterbacks with back-to-back 1st-round picks, also, as much as I bag on Jordan Love, I think he has more potential than Kyle Trask does.
Wow, that is the nicest thing I've ever heard you say about Jordan Love.
Hey, keep in mind, not to be, with all the excitement going on in draft, not to be outdone is the fact that Jason Celeste went 8 for 8 with the first 8 picks on prediction.
13 for 15, too.
Yeah, he's only missed 2.
Well done.
Wow.
Yeah, I missed Denver, and then I missed Dallas taking Parsons instead of Slater.
2 tough picks.
Yeah. I was going to say I'll say I can see Dallas taking Parsons, but I'm going to go ahead and say it was 2 wrong picks.
Yeah.
Like the Broncos did not need a cornerback at number 9, and it's not a 3 linebacker league anymore. It made no sense for the Cowboys to take a 3rd linebacker.
Jerry Jones is
Here
stuck
we
in
go.
his old ways.
Cardinals selection. Ooh. Jason, I think you were wrong on this one.
Oh, you were Jason.
Zaven Collins. So one thing I kept telling you guys, I loved Zaven Collins' versatility in a 3-4 defense.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's real
I'm
big.
looking at it out. 6'5", 259.
I
Wow.
did not know he was that big.
I didn't either.
I think that 16 was a little high for him, but I was very excited about the prospects of him going to a team that at least ran the 3-4.
Yeah.
And looking at him and more run stuffing sets lined up next to Isaiah Simmons on the inside of that 3-4, and then being able to float both of those guys around as chess pieces on pass rushing downs along with Chandler Jones. And then you throw J.J. Watt into that equation now too. Like, you better make sure you O-line is ready to go when you play the Arizona Cardinals.
That's going to be a nasty defense.
I'm very concerned about the Cardinals' cornerback situation. So they better get to the quarterback in a hurry because the wide receivers are going to get open fast against some suspect cornerback play. But
hey, if they rush a quarterback, that's all you need.
Yeah.
They say the best offense is a good defense.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Well, I don't think the debate is whether they have a good defense or not. I think the debate is whether or not all their extremely talented pass rushers are going to be able to get there before their extremely lackluster corners let the receivers run open.
Do you see them making the playoffs? They're in a pretty tough division. There's a lot of talent there.
Yeah, they're not going to be better than the Rams. They're not going to be better than the Seahawks. I don't think they're going to be better than no, they're going to be the worst team in the NFC West.
Wow.
That's a tough division. That's probably the best division in the NFL.
Like they can maybe have like another 8-8 season. They missed their opportunity this year. The Niners were just riddled with injuries and Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. The Rams had Jared Goff at quarterback, so even though they had a great defense, like you could score 10 points and beat them because Jared Goff was their quarterback. But now the Niners are back. The Rams have Matthew Stafford and still have that really good defense. And then the Seahawks have Russell Wilson. So, yeah, the Cardinals had their chance to make the playoffs this year, and they blew it. So
Tough sledding.
there you go. Back to the bottom for them.
I don't think so. I think the Cardinals are only going to go up.
Well,
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, they could be a decent team. Don't get me
They're
wrong.
a good wild card team. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I think they can get in the wild card.
Well, so I guess there are 3 wild cards now. So there is a chance that all 4 teams from a division could make it to the playoffs at this point. You could get your division winner, and then all 3 second, third, and fourth place teams could be 5, 6, and 7. But that's the only reason that's the only way I can see the Cardinals making the playoffs is if that were to happen and they made it as the 7 seed as the 4th place team in that division.
You know who I think is going to have a really good year next year for the Cardinals?
Not AJ
Christian
Green.
Kirk.
I thought you were going to say AJ Green for a second, and I'm like, I disagree with you on that one.
I think
done.
Christian Kirk, the deep threat. I think he's
the Cardinals have been waiting for him to break out.
Yeah. Although with the AJ Green signing, maybe that's maybe that even steals targets from him.
No, they could, but AJ Green probably some corner attraction, attention. So that might help him out, really.
You can lock AJ Green down with your number 2 corner at this point in your career.
AJ Green, yeah, he doesn't really scare me anymore. I got to be honest.
I mean, if you go back and look at AJ Green's tape from last year, it was terrible. Like,
but I
he
think
was not even a starting caliber receiver anymore.
Kyler Murray, he can throw them open, baby.
Joe Burrow could throw people open.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. I'm telling you, for the 3rd time, the future's bright in Cincy. Get your jungle pass, Celeste.
Anthony, I'm not disagreeing that Joe Burrow has a lot of talent. My argument is that we've protected him so poorly that he will get hurt again, and his career will be over. That is why I believe the Bengals' future is dim, because I believe we've set Joe Burrow up to get injured once again, and then we're going to destroy his career.
And you guys have a bad defense.
Our defense, I wouldn't say we have a good defense, but I'd say our defense is somewhere around league average. Like, we've got some guys who can play on defense.
Who do you guys think for Raiders here?
I liked Elijah Vera Tucker here. I like Micah Parsons here. With both of them gone, I'm thinking 2 names are coming to mind: Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah and Trayvon Moehrig.
I'm going Moehrig.
I think they take Phillips here.
Actually, I'm switching it. I think they're the ones that are. I think they're taking Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons is off the board.
Oh yeah, what am I saying? I'm going Moehrig.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. If Parsons is on the board, I think that's their pick. But
all right, guys, I was looking at some. Oh yeah, all right. He went right after the Bears. That's why.
Yeah, you were too busy.
You were
popping
confused.
champagne.
Yeah, all right. That's on me.
All right,
You get your air pass this year.
I'm going with the Wusu-Koramoah here.
Kyle Trask right here, calling it. Who the? Okay.
Wow.
Over Dershaw.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so I've got to say, I saw this. I saw Leatherwood on a couple draft boards to the Raiders, but I just thought it was people making jokes because the Raiders consistently take 2nd-round prospects in the middle of the 1st.
And then they did.
They did it again.
Classic Raider.
So a lot of like top 50 big boards didn't even have Leatherwood rated as a top 50 prospect.
Really?
Wow.
Gruden, although he knows what he's doing.
Does he
Gruden,
though?
Gruden likes to draw it up, baby.
Yeah. So I look at all the other players that Gruden has reached on recently, Cleveland Farrell, he took with the 4th pick, who was a mid to late first rounder. He's had a decent career so far, but not for the 4th overall pick. He took Henry Ruggs at 12 last year, who was the 3rd best receiver on Alabama's college team. And he was terrible as a rookie. He took Damon Arnett at 19 last year, who ran a 4.7 in the 40 and was a clear 2nd to 3rd round pick. He was terrible last year. I look at these picks of Gruden doing the Gruden thing and liking his prospect, and to this point, they've all been miserable failures, as any of the other draft experts could have predicted when they said they were 2nd and 3rd round picks.
So
Do
you
you
think?
feel? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Macho.
Do you think Gruden grades on a grinder scale? Does he think Alex Leatherwood is a Gruden grinder?
He's a Gruden grinder for sure.
Who's your Gruden
I
grinder?
think I think the Gruden is trying to talking to his buddies over at ESPN, and he wants to give them something to talk about every draft. So he's like, "I'm gonna make this just boneheaded pick, so you guys can break it down for the next couple of days."
Hey, he's giving us something to talk about.
I see this Oakland Gruden and Mayock experiment ending in a disaster.
Oh yeah, they've made terrible picks. Like, you cannot win games when you make terrible draft picks, and every year they've made it. We were breaking down.
Guys. Come on, they're gonna
We were
rally
breaking
around.
down the teams with the 3 worst drafts last year, and I said the Raiders, Packers, and the Titans. Here we go again. The Raiders will be one of the 3 worst first rounds this year.
Oh, easily. After that pick, this is saying 60% chance of him being available at 46.
Yeah. Yes.
Why stretch that much for a tackle?
And that's the other thing is, if you're listening to what they're saying, and what the common belief is, Leatherwood's not going to be a tackle in the NFL. He's a guard.
Guard, yeah.
A lot of people had him graded out as a guard.
You're stretching that much for an offensive guard? I mean, come on. Me and Manchow played guard. It's not that big of a position.
The Raiders.
It's the least important position on the offensive line.
Pounding the rock. I don't think it's that bad of a pick.
The game is won in the trenches.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
If you wanted to take an offensive lineman, the Raiders have a hole at right tackle. Even I think Tevin Jenkins would have been a slight reach at 17, but he would have been a lot less of a reach than Alex Leatherwood.
That's for sure.
All right,
Dolphins are coming up. I'm going with Miami to Miami, Jalen Phillips.
Oh, yep. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yep. Good choice, Celeste.
Oh, thanks. All right. There we go.
Celeste?
He's got a cat.
Did
nice.
ESPN tip that one off to me too?
What'd you say?
Did ESPN tip that one off to me too?
Easily. You answered it right before they said it.
I think Jalen Phillips has a great upside, but I have to be honest. I would be worried about his concussion history if I was a GM.
Yeah, I would too.
What do you guys think here for the football team?
All right, not to beat the same name down into the dirt, but once again, I think with a stout defensive line that can not only rush the passer but eat up blocks in the run game, a fast, instinctive gap covering sideline to sideline linebacker for a team that needs a linebacker makes a ton of sense. And I see Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah still on the board.
You're just going to keep saying his name until someone drafts him, I think.
It's the second time I've said his name.
Third or fourth at least.
And it's the second time, and the first time was for the Raiders, who I was trying to give credit to this year for actually taking a first-round talent.
You were dead wrong.
Yeah. I've been wrong on the Raiders a lot. The Raiders have killed my mock drafts.
Yeah, they're hard. They're hard to predict.
What do we think about Newsome?
I don't think they need a corner.
Man, from Northwestern, a corner, you pass on that?
Washington just got William Jackson and paid a good chunk of change to do it. And he's the number one corner in the NFL. He was misused at times in Cincinnati, much like a lot of other players that the Bengals had that were talented. He's absolutely a number one corner in Washington. I think they have solid corners behind him. I have heard as well, with Koromoa, another possibility, Washington needs a safety. And I'm just basically reiterating what I said for the Raiders. Because I think the pick comes down to Owusu Koromoa and Trayvon Moehrig. Comes down to Moehrig or Koromoa, I think.
All right. I'm going with you. I'm going Koromoa. I'm hopping on board, Celeste.
More importantly here, what is Washington going to change their name to? Are they going to do it this year? Or are they going to be the football team again? That's what I really want to know. I don't really care who they take here.
Football team again.
But I've seen all this stuff that they're rebranding and stuff. I've been so excited for it.
Also, how about the New York Giants coming on the board next at 20, trading down from 11 after Devontae Smith went off the board? I think that they were looking at Kwity Paye at number 11 if their guys were off the board. Kwity Paye is still going to be on the board at number 20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Washington is known for a lot of things. And one of the things Washington is known for is its rich music history, especially jazz. Really? I think Washington is going to be jamming with Jamin Miles Davis. Right here at 19.
Davis.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick either. It's they need linebackers. I just think that Koromoa is a better fit in Washington's defense than Davis is. But I could see that going out.
But did you hear my spiel about the music?
I heard the spiel, and I'm in now, Chow. I'm in.
Yeah, I got swayed. I'm in.
The pick is in.
Yeah, Alex, I don't think my dog likes your pick much. Or your
Yeah, you pissed them off, Mal Chow.
Yeah.
Your whole spiel.
Fun fact here from
call it after this pick.
Fine.
That's all right. We appreciate you coming on.
Yes,
yeah,
Kyle, thanks for watching, man. Go Packers.
Yeah.
Great fun fact about Brett Favre.
Kyle, who do you think the Packers will pick? Let us know in the comment section.
I'm probably going to roll after pick 20. Got to get to work.
Late
You're
night
not going to
shift.
stay for the Steelers pick, Celeste?
Troy, they're taking Najee Harris.
I really hope so.
Like, I know as of right now that unless some team trades up ahead of the Steelers, Najee Harris will be there at 24, and the Steelers will take him at 24.
I would love that. That'd be the best first round the Steelers have had in a long time.
Unless. What about Javonte Williams?
No, they like Harris.
He's a baller.
Yeah, I think Harris. I think Harris is a stud.
Got to be Harris, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm hearing. I'm not sure exactly what the Jets gave up yet to move up from 23 to 14 with Minnesota, but I was hearing that the Jets like Javonte Williams, and he's a very real possibility at the beginning of the second round for them.
What?
Oh, wow. The Jets did not give up that much. So they moved up from 23 to 14, gave up 66 and 86, so 2 third-round picks, and then also received the 5th rounder from the Vikings.
Did you guys have you guys seen the latest pick?
Yeah, I just saw it.
Oh, let's go.
Good pick, Alex.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You pissed off Celeste so much you left.
He's so mad I got one right.
Wow. Hey, but let the record show that Macho also swayed Troy and I, and we came
Yeah, we were right with them too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, this is a blast. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for
Great
coming on,
having you.
Anthony.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
See ya.
See you guys. Hey, bear down, baby. Justin Fields.
Hey, go
NFC
Fields,
North
man.
champs.
So you
I
cover
can't
up.
believe you. Yeah. I can't believe you upset Jason so much he had to leave.
Yeah. Oh, we had
That
a
was
good
awesome.
one.
That was awesome.
Hey guys, in the comment section, let us know which one you like best.
I like the one of just you. This has been a great time.
All right. So if you're still watching the draft at this point, you're a degenerate. And you want to get betting on these last couple picks. Let's take a look at
That's
what we
all
got
that
going
matters.
on.
Let's see the bet lines. Let's take a look, Matt.
All right, let's break it down here. Let's go. Exit TikTok, get into. So if you're looking for a really shady way to bet, what you got to do is go on bettingzoo.ag and Venmo a guy named Christian Parker. Okay, let's get into it. We got the number 21 pick coming up. Plus 150, not an O lineman and not a cornerback, or minus 200 O lineman or cornerback.
I would say do the plus 150.
So we got Indianapolis. Most of the O linemen, there's still two good first round O linemen left.
So, yeah, I'll say this. I'm kind of curious with Indianapolis because their O line is solid, except for they need a left tackle. Tevin Jenkins is the last first round. Well, actually, I take that back. You know who I didn't realize is still on the board? Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
At this, I don't see the Giants taking him at 20, and I would be shocked if Christian Darrisaw is not the pick at 21 then.
I will say the Colts did pick up former Bucknell O lineman Julian Davenport in free agency, who has started a bunch of games, but he's kind of at the edge of, is he a starter? Is he kind of
I
on
think
the
that's
bench?
a depth sign. You don't pass on Christian Darrisaw because you picked up Julian Davenport.
What's the Giants O line situation? I mean, I assume they have a terrible O line.
Yeah, they need help. They took Andrew Thomas.
Look at yards per game.
Yeah, they took Andrew Thomas at number 4 last year, and he was terrible as a rookie. But I mean, he was the 4th overall pick, so you're going to give him another chance.
Yeah.
They had a right tackle they took in the 3rd round, Matt Pert, who was decent as a rookie, so he'll probably start again. They need a ton of help on the interior of their O line, which is why I was shocked that they weren't even really looking at Rashawn Slater. But right now, I think that the Giants have a big need at pass rusher, and with Kwity Paye still on the board, that fills need with probably the best player on the board.
So yeah, you think it's either Kwity Paye or Jenkins maybe?
I don't see Jenkins here. I think it's Kwity Paye. I wouldn't be shocked if it was Jenkins, but I'd say I'm pretty confident that this will be Kwity Paye.
Greg Russo also. Greg Russo.
So Greg Russo bombed at his pro day. He's a 2nd round pick at this point.
So that's low 40.
Yeah, so that's the biggest problem with guys who opted out of this season is you don't have any tape to go back to for this year. So that pro day means a lot more. Like you got to show you're still in shape and you're ready to go, and he didn't do that.
Pick is in for the New York Football Giants.
So what's your prediction?
It's going to be
Kwity Paye.
I'm going Jenkins.
I hope you're ready, Ken Mancho, so Celeste leaves.
Jamin Davis. Jamin Miles Davis in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
Come on, let's
I'll tell you
go.
what,
Come on.
it's impressive these ESPN guys can talk about football for so long. I'm exhausted.
Me too.
Well, they also get paid millions of dollars.
Yeah, we're doing this for free.
Ridiculous. We should definitely be getting paid.
I think we have
Don't
better
worry.
content.
We're coming. Someone's gonna
We're
sponsor
working
us.
on it. Yeah. It takes time, Jason.
Honestly, just a matter of days.
Yeah.
Because people kept asking me what I was doing for the draft today, and I'm like, I got my podcast. And then they're like, oh, what's your podcast? We got to check it out. So getting the word of mouth out there.
At one time, we had 4 viewers.
That's big time.
Yeah.
Can't believe Hotshot bailed on us.
Did you guys see? He joined and then exited.
No.
When?
I'm telling
you
you,
can see because you're the admin.
he was in there, and I was
Like
about to let him in, and then
At what
he
point in the draft
disappeared.
did he join?
It was about 20 minutes after Stearns joined. So like around, what was that? Like the teens? 11 or 12, something like that.
He'll probably pop up for the Browns pick and start bloviating about how this is Cleveland's year and then pop off.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
Woody Pet.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh, the Giants fans are pissed.
Okay, Jason, I'd like to pick your NFL draft brain on some bets here before you leave.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the number 24 pick coming up. Running back or O-line or no running back and O-line?
So I've heard consistently that Najee Harris is the pick at 24. But I have also heard that the Steelers really like Tevin Jenkins, and he makes a ton of sense there. I just didn't think that Tevin Jenkins would be available at 24. I think the Titans might be snatching him off the board at 22. But if Tevin Jenkins is still sitting there at 24, I think the Steelers pick becomes a lot more interesting between him and Najee Harris.
No. You got to take Najee Harris. Celeste,
Okay.
You can lock that in.
Let's move to the Tennessee pick. Wide receiver or corner or no wide receiver or corner?
Oh, this is another one where, like I just mentioned Tevin Jenkins. I had Tennessee going with Elijah Moore, the wide receiver out of Ole Miss, who I think would be a really solid fit with them. But again, they're a team that has high interest in Tevin Jenkins, and I thought that Tevin Jenkins was going to go off the board just a couple of picks ahead of them. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's the pick at 22. So I would probably, for Tennessee as of right now, and I think it will be the case because I think only with the Colts standing in there. The Colts are interesting now because right now I see 2 guys that I did not expect in Indy that both fill in. Their 2 biggest needs are offensive tackle and defensive end. And Christian Darrisaw and Kwity Paye, 2 guys that I didn't think were going to be there, are both there. So which guy do they choose? I think they go Darrisaw, but I think they could go Paye. But either way, Tevin Jenkins will be available at 22, and I think even though I like Elijah Moore to the Titans, I think that Tevin Jenkins will be the pick. They like to run the football in Tennessee. Like it makes sense taking a lineman.
Yeah,
especially
that's a good point.
Provides value.
Okay, I just locked it in. Tennessee, no corner, no wide receiver.
All right, gentlemen, I've got to get going. It's been a pleasure. I'll text in my picks for the rest of the draft.
We'll funnel them to the fans, yes.
Thanks so much.
Thanks,
All right,
Jason.
see you guys.
Yeah.
Macho, are we going to finish this whole draft out?
Dude, we might as well finish it now. It's almost over.
What time is it there? 4 a.m.?
Almost, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
wild.
okay. I took a nap. I slept about 2.5 hours. That's why I was
Oh.
a little late getting started.
That's a good nap.
Yeah, I'll probably sleep another 2 hours and then that'll be fine.
It's more
That's
fun.
enough. You know, YOLO. It was fun. It was great. I'm glad Stearns jumped on.
Yeah, it was really good, man.
Missed a few people, but overall it was good.
It's okay. It's cool that we can do live stuff now.
Yeah, yeah. The live stuff will be good. It'll be good like for live events like this. Um, I mean, looking forward to the summer. I guess we could do, I don't know. We'll pick something fun and do it live.
Yeah.
Should we do a seventh round?
Yeah,
Just
Mr. Irrelevant.
yeah, like just come back for the seventh round, like a half-hour episode.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Then we'll see how good Jason really knows his stuff.
Yeah. The first round's easy.
I'm so glad I got jamming right.
That was awesome.
Did you like that little spiel I put together?
That was a great spiel, man.
Yeah, thanks.
That was the highlight of the episode.
I had that going for a while.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was good. I didn't even know who that was, but it was good.
Bro, I don't know who any of these people are. I think I watched like 3 snaps of college football this whole year.
Yeah, I haven't watched much either. Colts picks in.
I hope they pick a corner or wide receiver so that I win $8.
You get a bit higher stakes here.
No. Shut up, Russell Wilson.
Where's
So what's
Russell
up, bro?
Wilson
Tell me about your life.
been? Right now I'm doing this live podcast with one of my great good friends. What are you up to?
Same.
Who's the one person streaming? Is it you?
I'm not sure. I'm not watching it.
Hmm.
So shout out to you.
Gaboe Rose, you still out there?
It's quite late. If you're, it doesn't really matter. It's quite late wherever. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Wow, my TV's delayed now. You saw Russell Wilson that long ago? I'm just seeing him now.
I'm ahead of you. Must have paused it.
Hmm.
Pick a Zen.
It was freezing a little bit.
Yeah, you have really bad internet.
No, you do.
No, you do. You're all fuzzy right now.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
totally clear. You're clear too.
Look at your
So
network.
that means
connection.
it's your internet. I have full bars.
You're getting defensive, okay, bro? Whose internet worked all this time and whose didn't?
Mine and then yours.
Yeah, okay.
I cracked myself up.
Yeah. Hilarious. Big weekend in international football. Want to
Yeah, what's going
dip
on?
our toes in that water. Playoffs in Spain.
Playoffs in
Got
Spain.
Yeah.
Who's
Great
playing?
game on Sunday. If you want to wake up early, watch some football on Sunday. There's some good ball. About 5 a.m. kickoff in Eastern time. Maybe
5
watch a little bit, and then go for a run. You know.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Osos Rivas playing Barcelona Drax. Big game. Kind of a great offense versus a great defense. Should be a good matchup.
It sounds like a good matchup.
What else we got? We got Poland. Some good games. Poland. First look at the Bialystok Lowlanders. Everyone's favorite to win the Polish league this year. They'll be out there playing Saturday against the Warsaw Mets. Former Texas quarterback David Ash starting for the Warsaw Mets. Here we go, Colts.
My thing like totally fucked up.
Woody Pay. Wow. Well done, Jason. Well done.
Jason with the Woody Pay pick.
Ah.
Shout out.
Oh, you know what, guys? It looks like we lost our one listener.
We were so close.
Thank you for whoever that was. It's very sweet of you.
I can't hear you now. They're gone.
It's always too late, huh? I got a direct quote here from Corey Creech on his pick.
Oh, you do?
I texted him 3 exclamation points,
Yeah.
and he wrote back, "Didn't think Giants would take a receiver after investing so much in the position, but we needed a playmaker and got one. I would have liked Parsons, to be honest."
Parsons over. I don't
Come
know about
on.
that.
I think, look, I know it's easy to take the sexy pick in the draft, but sometimes a sexy pick is the best pick.
It is.
And I think Devontae Smith is a pretty good pick, sexy or not.
I think Devontae Smith was the best pick there by far. He's one of my favorite players in this draft.
Hey, this Quiddy Pay guy looks pretty freaking good in the highlights, huh?
Yeah, I love watching their highlights. That's the best part of the draft.
Yeah. Nothing like a good highlight tape.
Right?
Yeah.
You have some highlight tapes?
So of me playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some highlight tapes. You should do video analysis right now for the draft.
Video analysis? Okay. Let me get it pulled up. My TV is freaking out.
I hope Jason just texted Tevin Jenkins to Tennessee. I hope he's right. That would win me some big dollars. Let's see what else we got going on here. Pick-wise. Draft-wise. Number 23, we got Minnesota. The Steelers have to go offense.
They have to. If what's his name's there, they have to take him.
They have to get an O-lineman, right?
No, they're taking Alabama running back. What's his name?
Najee Harris. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be, I think, the best pick. Their O-line's not horrible. I mean, we did lose Marquise and Villanueva, but they were both old anyways. What O-linemen are even left now that are any good?
Well, there's still 2 O-linemen left that are good. The guy from Virginia Tech, Darisaw, and Tevin Jenkins.
I mean, I could definitely see them taking one of them over the more fun pick.
Yeah. The thing is,
I
you
would
could get
prefer
a good running back kind of whenever.
Ever, yeah. It's one of those positions that's kind of the easiest to fill.
All right, I'm placing some bets. Going Travis Etienne over 29.5. The other running back in the draft. Just because
You're going over
over 29.
what do you mean? Over
so he'll be
29.
picked at least like
30th or more.
Won't be picked until after after the 29th pick.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else we got? I'll do that. The other ones are unavailable right now. That's a shame. I'm up $13 right now, so I might as well spend that $13,
Yeah, spend it more. Do like 100.
Should I do 100 to Najee Harris gets picked at 24, essentially?
Yep.
I wouldn't win that much. I'd win like $30.
No, it's not worth it then.
Yeah.
I bet we can make the really good money is the later rounds, which are obviously harder to pick, but
I think they give you kind of odds on everything because it's
so
a toss up for them as well,
Right.
It's pretty fun though. Did you figure out how to do it? No.
No, I'm not gonna Venmo some weird random guy.
All right, tell me the pick you want, and you can Venmo me.
Okay. I want
All
the
right.
Najee Harris to the Steelers. Put $10 on for me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Najee Harris under 24.5.
So that means he'd get picked before 24 or at 24.
Yeah, so either he gets picked in the next 2 picks or not at all. You want $10 on it?
So that means he would go to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yes, then at $10.
Oh, they just canceled it.
That's bullshit.
Everything's unavailable. You fucking piece of shit. Because they know the pick. Okay, so I got no cornerback receiver here. So I hope it's O lineman or linebacker or something. We got some live music at the draft. I like it.
Yeah, they make it a lot more electric, I feel like.
Cleveland, they're really going into the Cleveland rock and roll thing, huh? They're
I
trying to make
forgot.
Cleveland cool.
I forgot the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was there.
I forgot Cleveland was a thing.
Cleveland's kind of like a Pittsburgh-ish.
Don't disrespect Pittsburgh like that. Fuck. Don't be Farley. Don't be Caleb Farley. You think Creature's still driving?
I didn't understand his text.
He said, I had to drive home. It sounded kind of urgent,
Oh.
you know?
Yeah. I
And his
don't think
wife is pregnant, so maybe, yeah.
he probably made it home, I think.
I don't know. Should we text him like, hey, you want to join for the last 10 minutes?
Yeah, why not?
Ah.
I don't care either way.
I mean, it'd be
That's
cool
fine.
to have some fresh blood for the last bit here. I think we are
Yeah.
fading.
We're getting drug along.
I'll say, Creech, what are you doing? Are you still driving?
0 fans. Yeah, there you go. Caleb Farley. Is that him?
God damn it.
Caleb Farley is does
God
not look
damn
like an
it.
NFL player.
God damn it. I lost money. I lost $5, Troy.
That's like your life savings.
Okay, number 24, we got Pittsburgh. I'm going to go. I'm going to spend my winnings. If I risk my $8, I win $1. It's fucking stupid.
It's not even worth it.
Nothing really matters.
Anyone
can
can
see.
see. Nothing really.
Really matters.
Is.
Okay, so the Steelers are definitely picking O-line or running back.
Oh, by far.
So I'm gonna go hard on it. But see, even if I bet $100, $20.
That's like, what's the point?
Yeah, it's only gonna end poorly. Creech, what are you doing? Still driving? Question mark. Okay, fuck the Steelers pick then. And we still do Najee Harris. Yeah, okay. Let's double down on it that Harris goes.
Double down. Come on.
So you want Harris under 25. We'll
Yeah.
go 20 bucks. 10 for me, 10 for you.
Perfect.
Let's up it to 15.
All right.
That way we each win $5.
Wow, what a deal this will be.
I'll Venmo you.
Should I have you Venmoing you?
Well, yeah, I guess if you lose. We'll
If
see
I
what
lose.
happens.
Okay, yeah. See what happens. Dude, my butt hurts so bad from sitting on a chair for this whole time.
Yeah, it sucks, dude, that your body has to go through this.
Where do
You know,
you get off?
Some of us gave up sleep for this. The most
I'm giving
essential
up sleep
thing.
for this.
Yeah, like 2 hours. Fuck.
What are you doing tomorrow, huh? You going to see your girlfriend?
No. What am I doing tomorrow? Probably have to go work out a bit. I gotta go to class. Not
In
go to class,
person.
but like be in Zoom class. I have to write some game previews for Saturday.
You excited for Saturday, man? Big games?
I got invited to a party actually.
When?
It's Saturday night, 6:30, bro. You wanna come?
Yeah, I'll be right there, man. I'm
Alright,
back.
I'll send
I'm
you-
vaxxed. I'm ready to go.
It's an illegal party.
Even better.
I feel like it's gonna get canceled
Why?
because it's illegal.
So?
I don't know. We'll see what's up. But yeah, I was like, should I go? And I was like, yeah, I should go. I need to make some friends.
How'd you get invited? From your classwork?
Yeah, one of my classmates. It's her party. She invited the group, so
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You should definitely go if it doesn't get canceled.
yeah, I'll go. It's kind of far away, but I'll go. I don't know.
Where's it at?
It's like in Camden, so like literally the opposite side of London. Like I live in kind of the outskirts of South London, and that's like North London. So
Oh, so you gotta go pretty far, huh?
yeah, it'll be like an hour train.
An
so-
hour?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not that bad going there, but it's the thing is like at 10 p.m. I want to get back here at midnight, you know. But then again, I have nothing to do Sunday, so
So just have fun.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just enjoy it, you know. Okay, what else we got here? We got some good picks coming up. 26 is this is 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 we got Cleveland.
Cleveland, yep.
I'm gonna go Cleveland picks a D lineman. $5.
Cleveland picks a D lineman.
Yeah. There's some good D lineman left. D lineman or edge player, it says. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go 27. I'm gonna say they pick a wide receiver. Pick is in. I don't think I bet on this pick.
Picks in for the Vikings.
Yeah. Unless they pick Najee Harris.
I'll be
Actually, even if they pick Najee Harris, we win.
I'll be pissed.
Steelers need Najee.
Christian Darrisaw. Okay, so that's pretty likely for the Steelers then.
Christian Darrensaw, huh?
Yep.
Yep. Oh.
All right, I made some bets. Big bets going on.
What do you got?
Dude, Wi-Fi is absolute garbage at my parents' house. So Preach is not coming on.
Same at Zach's house.
Remember the time he showed up to your house? Day early.
A week early. Not a day, a whole week.
Dude,
Then he came back.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
times.
Steelers pick is in.
Wow.
It was good
Already.
times. Are you coming? You think you'll be back in the States anytime soon?
I think in the fall I'll come back. I want to see my dad for sure. So
Yeah. How's he doing in Arizona?
good. Doing well. Yeah, dude. I'll be back in I plan on coming back in like October. So I'll come up visit you, bro.
That'd be great.
Do you like skiing, snowboarding?
Yeah,
All right. Come to Santa Fe, bro.
I would love to.
Go chill at my dad's place and go snowboarding every day.
That sounds amazing, man.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's beautiful
Yeah.
out there. Go hiking
never-
and take shrooms and something, or be
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, let's do it. I'm not even joking.
Good. Me neither. Like, there's a bunch of guest rooms. They would love to have you.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Go see Hal.
Yeah, dude. There's lots of fun stuff to do. It's just gorgeous down there. Like
Yeah.
the Rocky Mountains meet the
Yeah.
desert.
They got it all.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can drive. You drive like 20 minutes and you're at the snowboarding place.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's no one ever there. It's really fun.
Are you a good snowboarder? I've only skied a couple times, never snowboarded.
Yeah, I'm okay. I wouldn't say I'm good. I can do like go to the top and come down.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I can do.
Yeah.
I can like pizza down the mountain.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to go like straight. I always drift and then have to drift back.
Yeah, it's hard. Here it is.
Come on, Najee.
Yes.
I can hear it on yours.
Let's go, Steelers,
Right.
baby.
Big moves.
Yeah, Najee. My man, nice turtleneck.
Oh wow, he just hurdled that guy. Damn, he had a lot of yards.
He's a beast.
Najee. Jason Celeste, right again.
He's on fire, man.
This guy. That's a big pick, dude. We're killing the game. We just won $5 each.
Wow. That's a deal.
All right, what else we got here? So now we move on to the 20. Do we have a bet on the 25th pick? No, we don't.
No, you better put one in.
But there's no bet available. Damn it. I know, it's bullshit. Okay, so we're hoping 26. We're hoping for a D lineman.
26 over for D lineman for Cleveland.
Look for Joe Tryon here. Yes, that's his real name. Let me look up. There was a great video that had like the best names in the draft. Should be the perfect time to kind of piggyback that. There was a player named Pro Wells. Like his first name was Pro. That's pretty good. He's a tight end from
That's a really cool name.
Kansas. Yeah. What else we got here? Oh, Trey McKitty is another tight end. Bubba Howard. Great name.
Let's go, Najee.
Antonio Nunn. It's a wide receiver from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Ohio State has a running back named Trey Sermon. It's a pretty good name as well. Look for quarterback from Wisconsin to get picked in the later rounds. He's got a great name, Vanderboom. South Carolina wide receiver Shi Smith.
Shi Smith.
H-I. Yeah, we got a
Nothing's as good as WAP though.
No, we got a guy named Daz Newsome. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Monte Coxey, wide receiver from Memphis. Pretty good. There's a wide receiver from North Texas named Rico Busi.
Rico Busi.
Yeah. I've heard this term, bussy, is a boy pussy, is used in the gay community.
Really? I've never heard that.
Yeah, drop it in your next stag hag party.
You're learning a lot about the community. I like that.
I am. I have full integration, dude.
That's pretty cool.
We got BYU tight end, Matt Bushman. It's a great name as well. Stone Forsyth, Florida tackle. 6'9".
Forsyth.
Wow, he is a large human being. Austin Delicus, lineman LSU. Oh, here we go. We got a good one here. Okay, look for this guy to get picked up in the 4th round. Joe Sculthorpe is a guard from North Carolina State.
4th round, you think?
Yeah, Joe's day 2 guy. Oh, we got a guy. This guy was actually Washington DC Player of the Year back in high school. Jake Funk, running back from Maryland. Yeah, Washington DC Player of the Year back in high school. Jake.
I'm watching us.
Oh, so we have a listener.
It's not showing up, but I'm watching.
Yeah, probably because it knows you.
I'm watching us.
Let's go through some other names. Kenneth Gainwell is a running back. It's just a great running back name, Gainwell.
Gainwell, lots of gains.
Larry Boron. This is the guy I was thinking about. Missouri O-lineman. Larry Boron. Great name.
Larry Boron.
Oh, and we got my man, Wap Philor. Look for Auburn offensive lineman Rodarius Ham to get picked up in the late rounds.
Rodarius Ham, huh?
Rodarius, yeah. And last name Ham.
That's a great name.
It is a great name. Should have been. Okay, number 1 name, Alex Leatherwood. That's not the number 1 name.
That's a horrible name.
Interesting.
Rodarius Ham is the 1 name, in my opinion.
Far more fascinating. All right, here we go. Pick number 25. Pick us in. Jaguars again. Who are they taking, Troy? By the way, I got to say, you did a great job hosting tonight, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. I think we just got to, like, when Jason is on, we just got to, like, I interrupted him too much. I should have just let him go.
He knows so much about this shit.
Yeah, he must watch NFL Network all the time.
Right? Like, take notes.
I know, right? He knows his
Like
stuff.
you got like all these names. I don't even know. People throw it to me. I don't even know who's possible to be coming up right now.
Yeah, I know. The only reason I know is because I pulled up the mock draft in the other tab.
Oh, I should have done that. Didn't want to fuck up my internet, you know.
Yeah, your internet is pretty shitty.
I don't know why. I'm thinking I switched providers.
It's not that big a deal, bro. Nothing really matters. Anyone can sing.
Nothing really matters. Remember when we used to sing that at that barbecue place with karaoke? That was fun.
Moe's? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool bar.
I would go back. Like if I lived near Moe's, I would go there often.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, I miss bars.
Yeah, you're a little bar crawl, aren't you?
Not anymore. Now it's been like breweries since they're all outside. It's like safer, you know.
Yeah. I saw some
Going to
people
brewery
chilling,
tomorrow.
having beers today because I met a buddy of mine
Oh, yeah.
for a little bit before I came back. We didn't go to a bar, but we walked past it. It looked pretty cool. Everyone's chilling outside.
But there's a ton of nice pubs there.
Yeah. I had a beer the other day. It was nice.
Yeah, what kind? British?
Beer by the river. Yeah, I forget what it was. Wasn't that cool? All right, Jaguars. Let's move on so we can win some money. Is he announcing the pick from the chair?
Yeah,
Fucking doucher.
that's a weirdo.
Don't be
Travis
Travis.
Etienne.
No. You serious?
Yeah.
God darn it.
Why?
I bet that he would be over.
Oh, well, you lost that one.
Back down to $10. All right, we need a D lineman. We need an edge rusher. Cleveland. Greg Rousseau, calling it. What should I do after this? So it's going to be another half hour. It's going to be 5 a.m. I should probably sleep a few hours.
You definitely should sleep a few hours.
Yeah, especially I have nothing to do, really. Just have to write a few previews and study. Oh, let's see if my article is out. I wonder how early he puts them out. That is so fucking asleep, lazy piece of shit. Do anything.
You really don't like your producer guy, huh?
It's a love-hate relationship.
It seems like a mostly hate.
It's just because I vent to you. I
like
like
it.
him a lot. Yeah. Certain times I feel like he's helped me, but he's also holding me back a little bit sometimes. Like because he doesn't want to do the game previews. Like I have to do the game previews, and that takes away from you wanting to do other projects.
Right, all the cooler stuff.
Yeah, like I want to write more features. Like I wrote this piece on one of the guy that should be either drafted or picked up after the draft from Austria. Was like a
Oh yeah, I
start.
saw that.
Yeah, he was a starter for Stanford.
Stanford, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like I want to do more stuff like that. That's pretty interesting.
Right, it's more fun.
Yeah. And I don't mind doing the game previews. It's cool for the big games because I know like I write it and I'm thinking like over 1,000 people will read this when they look for the link, you know? But yeah. Did I tell you, did you hear about Samus Reyes getting picked up?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so he's a tight end from Chile. He played college basketball in the States, and then he wanted to be a tight end. And I wrote a story about him. And when he got picked up by Washington, my story went viral.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, bro.
How much you get? How many views do you get?
It got over 20,000 views.
Wow, that's crazy.
In like, because right after he got signed, like none of the big dogs had written about him.
Yeah.
So people were just looking him up, and Yeah. So like
So
for
you came out.
the first like 4 hours, we got 20,000 views on that. And then it
Wow.
just went down and down because like then Bleacher Report put out something, then ESPN put out something,
Yeah.
and we just get buried like in the results.
Right.
But
That's so cool.
yeah, it was
You
pretty
had the
cool, man.
breaking story, man.
Yeah, like we have a group chat, and they were like, "Alex, pick up your phone," because I didn't look at my phone like for a few hours,
Yeah.
and I like opened it and I saw like the group chat had 100 messages or whatever, and it was like, "Alex, your story." There was like Samus Reyes got picked up by Washington, and someone was like, "What?" You know, they were talking about that, and they're like, "Alex's story has 10,000 views the last hour." I was like,
Wow.
"Oh."
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty
That's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah. All right, here
Wow.
we
You're
go.
gonna be a sports writer one day.
We'll see.
Brownies pick.
Come on, D lineman, edge rusher. Come on, do it, pick it. Fuck you, Jason. D lineman. Come on, Greg Rousseau. Greg Rousseau. Not a lot of D tackles picked.
No. What, like one?
Yeah, not many. Usually you see like those three techniques, you know? Like,
Yeah. A lot of three techs.
yeah. Boy, we're getting there, Troy. Only a few more picks.
We're almost
How do you,
there.
how do you feel about Najee Harris?
I'm big on Najee Harris, man. I think that was a great pick. We lost James Conner. Don't have a great back. That's gonna be nice, man. Our
What's your,
running game was abysmal last season.
it was really bad. Um, other girl's kind of hot.
Not you,
Um,
you're his girlfriend now. Come on, man.
um, oh no. Um, does your family still have season tickets?
Yeah, we're
That's awesome.
we got him again this year. We
Very
didn't do him
cool.
last year, obviously, because it was like so weird.
Yeah, of course. Did did there's probably like 1,000 people went to a game or something like that, right?
Yeah, the first like 3 or 4 games there was nobody, and then I think you could like their max was like 8,000 people or something.
What's downtown like in Pittsburgh these days?
I don't know. I haven't been to the downtown area for a long time.
Yeah,
I
fair
would
enough.
assume it's like a ghost town because that's mostly just offices. So,
What about like South Side?
oh, I don't know about like the nightlife. I haven't been out honestly.
Yeah, no,
But
it's good, dude.
they just lifted the rule where you had to like buy food when you get a drink. So now like the bars are kind of open again.
Greg
And they're
Newsome. That's not a D lineman. Damn it.
that's a cornerback.
Fucking fuck. Gonna be owing you money.
You don't have to pay me, man.
That one
I
hurts,
didn't,
dude.
I didn't spot anything.
That one hurts. No, I owe you $5.
Well, that's okay. You keep it.
Dude, it's if uh if Baltimore picks an edge rusher or a wide receiver, then I'm back to $8 over.
You're back to $8 over.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just trying to make this last few picks fun. Let's see what else we got here. Number 29. That's the Packers pick.
That's
Wide
the
receiver or
Packers.
corner.
Yeah, you got to bet on that.
I don't know who to bet. Isn't that guy Tevin Jenkins still on the board?
I think so.
I'm gonna go no wide receiver or corner. Just fucking pick this person. Too bad Creature couldn't join, huh?
Yeah, that'd have been fun.
I can't believe Tommy joined and then left.
I know.
Shame. He suddenly
Sounds like
came
he's
up.
having a wild time with his buddies.
Good for him.
Apparently, that's supposed to be the Packers guy.
Travis Etienne. Bro, the AFI YouTube channel blowing up.
Really?
Sort of, yeah.
Why can't we get our channel to blow up?
Because we didn't have content for like a month.
Whose fault is that?
Dude, breaking news. Jets signed Sarah Fuller.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that for real?
No, it's a meme page, bro. Come on.
I can't tell.
Why the fuck would they sign? Someone should have said Sarah Fuller. That would
Yeah.
have been funny. I don't think Jason likes when I give ridiculous takes.
No, he doesn't. He gets really frustrated. I think it's hilarious.
I should have dropped WAP and Fuller and Sarah Fuller in.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Sarah Fuller.
It was a big like meme on. You laughed at it. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course. Always
You're
here
a
for
good guy.
support.
You're a good guy. Never change.
Don't patronize me.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Okay, want to fight?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Jennifer Garner. She's with Denison.
Should I eat something? I'm getting kind of hungry.
Probably.
You know, when you stay up all night, you get hungry.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry right now too.
Should have a little snack. Come on.
You should have a snack. I'm coming with. Bring me with.
I think I might make some oatmeal and put some jam in.
That sounds great. Bring me with.
All right, come on then.
All right, I'm coming. Are you coming?
Yeah, I just want to pick my check my bets here. Pending. I picked. There should be a wide receiver or edge player picked here.
For the Ravens.
Yeah.
Is that an instant pot back there? What was that? Porridge? What kind of jam is that? Rashad Bateman, Minnesota, wide receiver. Did you hear me? I took a wide receiver.
I wanted the Packers to get him.
Yeah, he's good.
What was my bet? It was like D-line? No. Wide receiver or edge. So I won that bet. No, I lost it. What the fuck? God damn it. Wait, that's not true. I won that. Fucking $1? I'm down $1 now. That's stupid. Is he wearing number 0?
Yeah.
This wide receiver.
Oh, yeah, he was. They allowed him
Weird.
0 in college football last season
That's
for the
disgusting.
first time ever. Oh, I love it.
I hate it. There should be no
Why?
fun allowed.
Why? Number 0 is so cool.
Okay. All right. How many? We got 5 more picks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Let's check the updated bets here. Okay, we got the Packers. I say the Packers don't pick a wide receiver or a corner. I'm gonna
Packers
bet 10.
don't pick a wide receiver or quarter.
I'm gonna bet that they don't.
You a big oatmeal fan?
Yeah, big time. I'll be right back, bro. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay, have fun.
All right, I'm back, fans.
Is it oatmeal or porridge you just made?
I guess this would be porridge.
Now, what is porridge actually made out of?
Deliciousness. It was good stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, racehorses eat porridge.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
Look it up, bro.
I'm looking it up right now. Porridge is a food commonly used as a breakfast cereal dish. Milling ground, crushed, or chopped starchy plants, typically grain and melt.
A lot of fiber.
Maybe going to the bathroom. Who's the Saints QB?
I got Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. Kyle Trask there, maybe.
Are they gonna? Oh, what if they take Kyle Trask? That'd be fun.
It will be fun.
Kyle Trask to the Saints.
That was good. I feel replenished.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some water in me. Hydrate, Troy.
There you go.
You know what? Call me crazy. Gonna do these last few picks from bed.
Dude, we can just call it if you want to, man. I'm cool with that.
I mean, for me, I want to see who the Packers pick now. It's one more pick, you know?
Okay. Do you want to just call it after the Packers pick?
Let me see if there's any good bets. But likely, yes.
Okay. That's cool with me.
Peyton Turner. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Never heard of him. The end. From Houston. It's like a 5-tech.
All right, Packers. What you got for me? Jason didn't like it.
I like seeing into all the different teams' draft rooms and how they have it set up. Uh-oh, here we go. Pick is in already. That was quick.
Yeah. I would be
Elijah
psyched
Moore, huh?
if they pick Jenkins. That would be sick. It's pretty
Who's
good.
Jenkins again?
O-lineman. They need an O-lineman. I'm just glad the Packers didn't trade Rodgers, bro.
We're still good.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. He can't be that good for that much longer.
No, dude. I mean, probably like 2-3 really good more seasons left.
Yeah. I mean, they have to give Rodgers one more year at least.
I would if I was them. But if he's unhappy, like that kind of sucks. You know, it's like a strained relationship.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man.
I mean, I assume he was unhappy last year.
Yeah, that's true.
What
But he was
changed?
MVP.
Yeah. If anything, he'd be more unhappy, you know?
Right. Because it just happened. Pick is in. Show us the packed pick. We don't care about your stupid commentary.
No, you sound like you're ready for bed.
Yeah, aren't you?
Hey, shit, might as well stay up now. Just kidding. I'm definitely going to bed.
As soon as the Packers pick, man. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. You ever
Yeah,
see that meme of Kamala Harris saying that?
Yeah, on the phone. It's a good one.
Yeah. We did it, Joe. We did it.
Come on, Packers, let's go.
What happened to your boy Ned?
He texted me and said he couldn't do it. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm actually free whenever you were supposed to bring me on." And then he sent me and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll just text you around then." And then around 10, like a little after 10, I texted him. He sent me a TikTok.
Yeah.
And I texted him like, "Hey, you good to come on in 20, 30 minutes?" And then he never replied.
Classic. We got a cheese head in the chair. Look at that. You can tell. Here it is. Wow. Eric Stokes did not go with anything to help Rodgers out.
Who's Eric Stokes?
He's a cornerback from Georgia.
Okay. They need a corner, so.
Outstanding player with extraordinary speed.
4.29. God damn, he's
That's
fast.
fast.
Wow.
I think that's a pretty good pick, right?
Yeah. They have Kevin King for one more year, and then he's out, so.
Oh, Jason's is not a first round guy.
Jason, what do you know? Yeah, it's the end of the first round, you nunts. All right, bro. I think
All right.
I think we should move into a post-draft analysis. Stay on for another 3 hours.
All right. So I think that Wu should have gone at number 1. WAP.
Wow. All right, bro. It was fun. I'll talk to you
That
soon,
was a
okay?
good time, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow, all right?
All right.